Alright, so welcome back to Icewind Dale. This is session number 13. So, last time, the group followed the information provided by Aram's deity up to Jarlmut, where they took on challenges put forth by the leader of the giants, Regariarva. They destroyed a frost giant skeleton and a few invisible creatures, and then you guys were provided entry into a keep beneath the throne of the leader. In that keep, you found 6 different giant runes. The Death Rune, Mountain Rune, War Rune, Life Rune, Wind Rune, and Dragon Rune, all relating to something with a puzzle that's down there, which you solved pretty easily. You opened a barred entrance to a hallway, finding a secret chest at the end of it. Opened up that chest, and you had to fight yourself a bunch of enchanted weapons, one of which Aram ended up spending a lot of the fight capturing and keeping for himself. You saw a portal open, and you fought an oncoming female giant tribe leader who almost ended the group, but the group did persist and did take it down. You were successful, and you bed down for the night in the chamber with the chest of enchanted weapons. You found yourselves waking up in the morning a little stronger, a little hardier, a little more magical than the day before. You benefited from a long rest, leveled up to level 7, and this is where we start today's session. What do you guys want to do?
Alan's gonna stretch and just kind of shake off the dust from sleeping in this crypt.
What a night! Aram is gonna pull out his battle axe and just again start examining the blade again, even though he already did that last night. He's just very enthralled with his new +1 axe.
Mm-hmm.
+1x, yay!
Nilo's going to mess around with his alchemist tools.
Okay. Are you trying to make anything in particular, or are you just messing around with them?
I just want to see if I can make anything. Just luck of the draw.
Okay. Go ahead and roll a d20, add your intelligence and proficiency, since you are now proficient in alchemy tools. 16?
So that would be a...
That's a really good roll.
19.
Okay. Let me... You can make a... one single potion of poison. It does 3d6 poison damage, and then they have to pass a DC 13 Constitution saving throw or be poisoned. So, and then if they're poisoned, they will take on the poisoned condition until they pass a save at their turn. So you can
Could
just
we say that again?
you can just add a
damage.
Yeah. If you just look up potion of poison in the equipment, you can actually just add potion of poison to your inventory in D&D Beyond, and it's 3d6 poison damage. You can also drink it yourself, or you can try and force someone to drink it in, but we're modifying it a little bit. So at the end of each turn, no, yeah. So basically, just ignore the second half of it. They will take on it's 3d6 poison damage immediately, then a DC 13 con save, or be poisoned, and they will maintain that poison status effect until they pass the save on their turn. So.
Nice.
Cool. All right, so you guys are doing that. Silas, you just kind of investigating still, walking around?
Yeah, I'm getting my morning walk in.
Okay. Mountain.
I'll head outside.
So you're gonna head outside? Mountain, what are you doing?
We might as well also head outside.
Okay.
You have to go the long way around, or you just...
I'll just pop you guys out there. There you
Are crows here?
No, there was an update to the maps, and so to the actual game, they had to remove some, I don't know, map or whatever, so they threw a whole bunch of tokens back on here. So I'll tell you if any of these tokens are supposed to be there, and they reset all the tokens that I deleted, so you know. There you go.
Okay.
Morthos should be with us now, if I heard correctly. Yep. So basically, I recapped everything that you guys did, and they're just waking up Morthos. So um, you're at level 7, and you walk outside, and it's snowing a little bit, but nothing too crazy. And also, where was your horse and wagon overnight? Because it was over here before.
Yeah, I thought we would just leave it there, but maybe that was a dumb idea.
Probably would have brought the horse itself inside to keep it warm and have the wagon just right
Okay.
hidden behind the chairs.
Yep. So your horse basically was able to. It was only able to get into this one here, the big section, the Bigman section, because it was too big to go through the hallways. But it was able to rest, and you brought it out.
Well, as long as it was inside where it was slightly warmer for them.
Yeah, it wasn't dead. It didn't get eaten. Alright, so it's morning. You guys are outside now. You've woken up. You got your horse set up and ready to go. You had your breakfast. Where do you want to go? Also, I'll put you on the 10 towns map so you can see where you are.
The quest book.
10 towns.
Could I make a suggestion?
Mhm.
Maybe
Yeah.
start heading north.
I
We
was
did
about to
see
say that, yes.
dragon.
Towards Revel's End.
Find that prison.
It is from where you guys are right now, this little blue square here, to Revel's End. You have to get about 30 miles. So,
Whew.
and your
Wow.
distance tracker should be correct as far as like how far you have to walk now. So,
I mean, I'm looking at the journal right now that I've been writing, and it does seem like the Revel's End quest is the most pressing one. We need to save George, whoever that is.
Wouldn't
Can
you
we
like
save
to know?
I'm a bit
Maybe
curious,
Kevin's
but
with
I'm not.
George.
Oh shoot, Kevin's gonna be the final boss, dude.
maybe you don't know.
Yeah. I
Kevin
say
the homunculus or
we have
Kevin
Revel's
the
End.
goat? Which one's gonna be the boss? You may never know.
I hope it's not the
It's
Mark
one of
Wolf.
those two.
So you guys want to start heading north?
I
Sounds good.
want to head north, yes.
Okay. All right. Well, let's put you on your Arctic Tundra travel map. Bam. All right. So you guys start to travel a bit north. Go ahead, and whoever is going to be driving the old wagon today, go ahead and roll an animal handling check.
You got it.
Ooh.
Ah,
So your horse is still very shaken from all of yesterday's. The music ambience is on. You just gotta turn it up. It's in groovy.
Sounds like we're in a snow thing.
Yep. So if you turn the groovy bot up, it's just really quiet for right now. You should be able to hear it. But he's still real shaken from the events of last night, and he is not as cooperative today as what you have come to come to know. So he's moving at about half speed today because he really doesn't want to go anywhere else. He just wants to be warm and safe. So you guys can make it about half the normal distance that you would today. The road's a bit challenging, but you also have an animal who just doesn't want anything to do with you right now. So you get about 4 hours worth of travel rather than a full 8. And at that point, you see your horse just lay down and just decide that he's done. So
Damn.
yeah, he's done. He's done today. He's not going anywhere else. Go ahead and make a perception check. Anybody
All of
and
us or just,
everybody. Yep, everybody.
Okay.
ah.
Oh, one? Oh, no.
So there's still a little bit of light left in the day because you get that 4 to 6 hours of it. And Morthos, you can see that while the horse does feel like he's done and is just laying down, you see the sky's getting darker more quickly than you're used to. Clouds are starting to fill the sky, and the wind is starting to pick up a little bit. Looks like the weather might turn, but you're not quite sure when.
Hey guys, we got bad weather coming.
Might not be a bad idea to stop after all.
I mean, if the horse is practically dead and weather's coming, I think we should camp out.
Bad luck. Barely made a move today at all.
I mean, you can try and force the horse to keep going if you want to.
It's not the horse's fault. Or, Aaron, don't you have that elk? That white moose? Whatever it was?
I can summon him, but the horse here looks like he's kaput.
We don't want to just leave him behind, do we?
Could I try the great bag of tricks?
Go for it. 6, 8, 4. Nice. One of them's gonna be a big boy. I think 2 of them are pretty good, aren't they?
I'm checking. Giant elk,
You got.
giant badger, and a boar.
There you go. So you have all of those things. Which ones don't you have access to? Do you have them all to throw on the map if you want to? Here's your giant badger. Here's your boar. Elk. Here's your elk. Bam. Cool.
It just says some of the animals disappeared. My ability to see them.
Oh, that's weird. Can you see the 3 that are on the map now? Or wait, it might just be your.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but I can't move them at all.
That's weird. We'll
Okay,
figure
I
it
can
out.
move the badger and the pig.
Ah,
not
that's
the elk.
probably. Yeah, I don't know why you can't move that. I'll have to figure it out later. I think it's just because I pulled it straight from the thing itself. Actually, let's do it this way.
Also with the thing with the quest journal. That's where I'm missing them. Like some of the great bag of tricks tokens. They may be DM only.
There you go. You should be able to move the elk now. Well, this one. Try the second one. Can you move that one? There you go. It might be in your journal too. I think I just added it. At least I think I did. Anyway. Alright, cool. So you've got these animals that all came out. Your elk, your badger, and your boar. What do you want to do with them?
Do you want to put the horse in the cart? Let it rest?
Can the horse
Can it
fit
fit in the
on the
cart?
cart?
Don't think that's gonna work with lad,
Honestly,
unless you
guys,
can shrink it.
I mean,
I really think the best option. Oh, wait,
if you all get out of the cart, you can
Wait.
fit the horse in the cart.
can I just cast healing magic? I'll try it. Healing magic. I'm pretty good at magic.
On the horse isn't. So the horse isn't hurt. That's the thing. The horse just doesn't
Is it
want
just
to
like
move. Yeah.
exhausted?
So you don't have to use that spell slot. Yeah.
I mean, can I do it anyways and
mean,
see
you
if
can-
it helps at all?
You can do it anyway if you want to. Yeah. So you go and you touch your horse, and you see it seems more enthused for a split second, and it looks. I mean, it looks happier that it's more alive than it was, but it's.
I have achieved maximum
Yeah,
aliveness.
I've made it younger.
I mean, it's not necessarily making it any more excited. You could probably get it to move for 2 more hours tops. You think? It looks like it's energy. It looks like it's energized. Like you just gave it a spark of electricity. So you could
Hey.
probably get it to go for 2 more hours, and you could get 6 instead of 8 hours for the travel out if you want to.
I'm gonna look at Morthos and squint.
Okay. Oh yeah, Morthos, roll on your table. Roll a
Just hope you
D100.
forgot about that.
I forget nothing.
That's a good one.
98. That is a good one. Where is
And
your...
that the double healing effect.
Maybe.
Oh.
It's somewhere on here. Where did it go?
It's in our pinned messages if you want to look there. A 98 is if you would gain hit points from a spell or ability other than your own, you gain that many hit points plus my con modifier.
Well, that's convenient.
And I like an extra 5 every time I'm healed.
Oh, that's
It's pretty
good.
nice.
Yeah, that is real good. Spell you gain. Yeah. Jesus, you are a healing machine today. So detect evil and good. You're squinting at Morthos, and you are.
I want to know if the tadpole thing is turning into more of a frog.
Okay. So as you
Squint it when you weirdo.
oh no, my lights just flickered. So as you squint at him, you actually,
The frog squint back.
yeah, the fiend seems like it's a little bigger, but it doesn't seem like it's huge. You feel a weird
Well, I'm gonna have
squirming.
to
You
do
feel a weird squirming in your stomach, Morthos. But
As he squints at my stomach turns and squints back.
I don't know about this. This is going to become a bit of an issue in the future, I believe. But shall we try to press on, or shall we try to dig in and make camp?
I mean, I do feel sort of bad for this horse. Feel like it's had a tough day. Plus, I mean, we could use the rest, right?
you have only effectively traveled for 4 hours, so it's only
But
like
it's still
lunchtime.
been 8 hours.
I mean,
In all fairness, wouldn't it be safer to get to where we're going? Less time in the wilderness, less time to be attacked.
yeah, but you think we're really gonna make it there and today?
No, we will not.
Yeah.
You cannot make it there today.
I mean, it's 27 more days, according to my journal.
That's how many days you
before-
have until they arrive. That's not the distance of travel from where you are to where you're going. The distance of travel is 30 miles. As of
Yeah.
this morning. So you have
But we
27
don't need to
days.
like be there until 27 days, right?
As far as you're aware, yes.
Okay. So yeah,
If
like,
I
we
remember
don't-
correctly, full speed ahead it'll be cutting it a little bit close, but we have some room to breathe.
if we go full speed ahead, you think it'll take 27 days to get there?
Well, we with the carriage, we travel a mile an hour, right?
And you can basically travel 8 miles a day if going
Yeah,
full
so-
tilt with
Oh.
the horse. Yeah.
I thought it was. I think I forgot about our carriage.
Yeah. If you were traveling by foot, it would be half that distance, so it would take longer. And if you were traveling without snowshoes, it would be double that still. It would be 4 times as long. So,
I think we should rest. There's no point pushing ourselves and then getting ambushed by some wolves and dying.
so are you going to just hang out for 4 hours before you take another long rest and just kind of sit around at the campfire, just chilling?
Oh, I can cook.
You could cook.
I haven't done that in a long
You do
time.
have the ability to cook. Also,
Yeah, do
you guys
want
haven't
some
been
tasty meals?
you guys haven't been to a town in a few days, so just make sure that you are tracking your rations
Oh yeah.
and that you're moving. It's a one set of rations per day, and you've effectively been gone from town for like 5 days.
It's the alcohol.
Go ahead and roll a Constitution save, because I assume you're drinking like all the time until you run out.
I'm drinking like
You brought
enough to
2 weeks worth of booze with you. Is how much you had. Okay, you're not wasted. You're just buzzed. So you've used 5 days worth of booze. Once you take your next long rest, it will be 6 days worth gone, and you'll have 8 more days left. So you have like 8.5 days left right now. So, and you're going to be cooking, you said?
I would like to cook, yeah.
Okay. Do your
So,
cooking thing.
are we short resting? I can't really actually.
Yeah, I
can't
mean,
really
you
cook
can
anything
you
for
can short rest.
resting.
You get your spell slot back too.
I
yeah.
do get my spell slot back, but we'll just say I cooked and I don't get any benefit because.
So if you don't take a long rest, and you don't have to take one, but If you go
Oh.
a full 24 hours without taking one, you're then going to be pushing. Well, if you go more than 16 hours without taking a long rest, it's going to be a Constitution save every hour with risking exhaustion. And your horse can only physically travel for 8 hours per day. So if you push the horse any further after 8, the horse will be rolling exhaustion saves as well after that.
I was just wondering about for me because I didn't want to rest after getting that great roll.
No, yeah, I mean, you can basically hang out until, because you can only have one long rest every 24 hours anyway. So you basically have, at this point, you've been traveling for 4 hours, like 12 hours before you could rest anyway. So you would just be setting up camp and just hanging out. So.
I mean, I think we should chill for a bit.
Okay, cool.
I'm so voting for that.
Okay, so you at least get the benefits of a short rest. So if there's anything you get back on a short rest, you get those. If you have anything you want to do on a short rest, you can do that. If you're just gonna hang out until it's time to go to sleep at night, you can definitely do that. Is that what everybody wants to do?
Can I try to make things since we're just goofing off and waiting around?
Yeah, you can absolutely do that. What do you want to make?
I'll PM you.
I thought you said you were gonna pee on me, and I was like, no, you're not.
I'll pee on you.
Listen.
I was like, no, man, not today.
Does anyone want special treats? I'm making goodies.
Could,
Sure.
Yeah. I'll just toss you like this little donut bite that No, wait. Donut bites. I don't know how I'd make a donut bite. I'll toss you this nice, well-cooked piece of meat that I've been saving that looks especially good compared to all of the meat we've been having. And it'll give you 3 temporary hit points into our next long rest. And then I have one more if anyone wants any.
Cool. So with an 8, you almost blow up
11.
An 11. So with an 11, you almost blow up one of your vials, but you pull back just enough time that the heat, you see it starting to heat, and you almost hear it start to crack, and you shoved it in the snow, and it immediately cooled it down.
So that make it a potion of cold or something?
No, you're not successful today. That's all. You just didn't blow it up. So that's all. So you still have all your materials, you just didn't lose them. So yeah, if you want to start doing that, Morthos, we'll say it's going to take you, because they're newer effectively to you to actually study them, it's going to take you 20 hours of study to figure out how to effectively copy them.
Okay,
So,
cool.
and then you would just need to make sure you get the materials with which to do that. Alright, so you guys are basically chilling, having a short rest, hanging out until the long rest happens. Go ahead and roll a D100. Somebody.
Oh!
Is that good or bad? I'm scared.
In this situation, you wanted to be like a golfer, and you wanted to roll low.
Oh, fuck.
Oh!
That's all I was
Okay!
trying. I was like, this is either really good or really, really bad.
Okay!
Okay.
It's nice knowing y'all.
Can I use my
10
where's
giants.
that?
Your Flash of Genius only works on D20 rolls.
Oh darn! I wanted to add 5 to it. Go ahead and make it worse.
I mean, if you want to make it worse, I'll let you make it worse.
Does this count as an ability check? Because I can add a D4.
I mean, if you guys want to make it worse, you can make it worse. I won't stop you. But
I'm good.
okay, cool.
I've
So
already messed this up enough.
all right. So since you rolled a 100, go ahead and roll a D4 for me.
Oh please, lower good, lower bad.
I'll tell you when you roll it too. Okay. Right in the middle.
You're right in the middle. We're fine.
Okay.
We're chilling.
I'm gonna move these guys over here for a second, just so that way. So as you are sitting and just messing around, you trying to figure out what it is that you're figuring out. The storm that you saw coming but weren't paying too much attention to arrives, and it arrives very fast and very hard, almost taking you by surprise, and I'm adjusting everybody's light or your vision so you have the appropriate levels of vision. But this blizzard comes and it just rips into your camp. You see the horse is freaking out. You see the other animals are freaking out. And I'm going to do this. Should be...
The tadpole starts freaking out.
So, the weather
Damn,
picks
it's
up.
really blizzard.
The snow picks up. You cannot really see more than the 30 feet ahead of you. And the D4 was for the number of days this storm will be lasting.
Oh no!
This is the thickest
You
storm.
said days?
That's what I said. This is the biggest storm you've been in. All of a sudden, it's like the ground and the earth around you just whips up and starts whipping like hurricane, gale force winds, just blowing snow everywhere. Everything's just white out. You can't see more than 30 feet ahead of you. It's dark, it's cold, the wind is ripping through your bones. What do you guys want to do? Do you want to stay where you are? Do you want to start moving?
I feel like
I
our
mean,
best
we should make an igloo.
We probably should have done that on the rest, which I was actually considering doing, of making some kind of shelter, but I didn't say anything, so...
Can I start trying to help make an igloo?
Could I assist with the prestidigitation, melting it and then unmelting it?
You
So,
can
like,
do
make,
that.
Like ice blocks.
You can do that. It'll be, we'll say... So, because of the way the wind is whipping around you guys, the snow immediately in your vicinity is pretty packed down, and it's starting to whip up. So, you're going to have to do a little bit of travel to find enough snow to build this hut. But yes, when they have the snow here, if you want to use it to heat it up and freeze it again to turn it into ice blocks, you can do that. But if you guys want to go and look for enough snow to do this, and also how are you going to carry this much snow to get it back to where you need to be?
Doesn't Mortis have a bag of holding?
He
This
did
is
at one
so
point.
gosh.
You guys see the wind is ripping through everything so hard that even the covering on your wagon is starting to rip off the seams. Like it's no longer seeming secured. It's just whipping.
Mountain is going to try to secure that.
Okay, so go ahead and roll. We'll say roll a survival check at disadvantage because of the strength of the wind and the fact that you're trying to fight against nature to re-secure something. It doesn't look like it's on the verge of ripping off and blowing away, but it's also not necessarily secure as it was. So
Between a nat 20 and an 8.
Yep. So you're having a really, really hard time. You're managing to... You get it tied to the point where it's not fully reattached, but it is also... It's attached enough where it's not going to blow off of the cart completely. So... Anyone going to look for the snow, go ahead and go to get enough snow that you need. Go ahead and move your tokens to wherever you want to move them.
So we're moving. Isn't there enough snow with the downpour of the storm for us to, or what are we doing? Are we still building a hut?
That's up to you guys.
That's what I want to do. Is start trying to build igloo.
Okay, so with the amount of snow that you have around you and the fact that it's whipping up all around, you can basically, there's enough snow that you can basically make a solid bottom layer from prestidigitation from Nilo, and a solid like foot, the first layer of bricks basically, foot high. So you need to go get enough to make the rest of your igloo, depending on how big you want to make it, or if you're just making a wall, or how you would do it. The ground underneath the snow and ice is just basically solid granite rock. Okay, so you're walking up that way? Cool.
Yep.
And you're walking that way.
So I'm hearing that shatter can break the ground because it's a rock and it takes double damage.
It
Right
could.
on
It
half
definitely
damage.
could.
Do we want to try to dig a hole with shatter?
I mean,
Does anyone think it's a bad idea?
Nilo raises his hand.
Are we on a mountain?
You are currently. You can see
Oops,
some
sorry.
mountains. You can see some mountains in the distance, but they look like they're a couple of miles away. Where you are right now, it's kind of hilly, but you're not like underneath a mountain or anything like that.
Let's
So
just
no,
go get
no
the
real
snow.
fear of an avalanche.
At least not where you
Yeah,
are.
I'm gonna go help get some snow.
I'm gonna come over here, and I'm gonna cast Shatter in
Okay.
a spot that won't hurt anyone.
Okay. How big of a radius is Shatter?
10-foot radius, centered on a point.
Okay. So you cast Shatter and you just blast a hole into the ground about in 10-foot radius, about 2 feet deep.
That's one spell slot.
Okay.
Does using it at second level make it any deeper than that, or no?
Does it give more damage to it?
It does.
What's the damage on the spell?
Let's see.
What's its base damage? Is it 3d8?
Base damage is 3d8. Yeah.
Okay, so it'll be a foot for every d8. So it was 3 feet deep on the first one. Same radius, just 3 feet deep.
And that's, yeah. Oh, it's only a second level spell, so it doesn't go up any after that. Oh man.
Okay.
I'm gonna cast it again.
Okay. So you blast it another 3 feet deep. So you now have a 6-foot deep, 10-foot wide hole. I mean, the ground's all broken up, so you'll have to excavate some of the dirt. It doesn't effectively blast out for you, but the hole is there, and the dirt could easily be moved.
Yeah, I'm gonna start working on Can I draw a circle? How big is that radius?
I'm gonna go over and start helping him.
It increases by
making
yeah,
not a-
seconds. Yeah. Okay. Cool.
Oh, what happened? What the hell's going on?
You might actually have a token for Shatter too.
I think I do. But I somehow navigated away from the
There you
Roll20 page.
There's your Shatter
So we're
token.
going
It's
back.
basically that, but in circle form.
Yay, circles.
It's a square though. I've made it a square circle, so it's basically that, but it's a circle.
When I was in Greece,
Huh?
back when it was in Greece.
I definitely think I made that too small, but hey. Okay, yeah. So you're helping him do that.
Yes.
Do we want it bigger than 6 foot deep, or is 6 foot good?
For the horse, I mean, the wagon, we're gonna still build on top of it on the edges, so that should be okay.
Alright.
I imagine the wagon's like 3 feet off the ground, something like that. Or no, it's a sled, isn't it?
It is a sled. Yes. Or it's like a wagon with sled rails. So.
Okay. So yeah. I just want to start packing snow around it.
Okay.
Try to build it up higher.
There you go. Here's actually how big it really is. It should be about that. That's how big it is. Your igloo circle. So you start packing snow on that. Nilo, you go off to find more snow and stuff?
Yep.
Okay. Go ahead and roll me a survival check at disadvantage because you're in the middle of a blizzard.
Oh, it was nice knowing you all.
Yeah, could I try like just sending pings to everyone with my telekinesis every like minute, just to make sure that they're still within
You have 60
60
feet?
Yeah.
Okay, so here's what we'll do. Just so this is for you, because you know how far this is for yourself. This is 60 feet for you. That far. So
Okay.
Nilo wanders
Oh,
off
like my
into
animals be with me.
yeah, they can totally be with you. Boop. Here, we'll move back here. I haven't given them dark vision or anything. I should do that at some point.
Am I seeing 60 feet right now?
That's how far your telekinesis goes.
Okay, I don't think anything has changed, but
Oh, so basically, so you can only see that 30 foot around you, but your telekinesis goes 30 feet further. So here,
Okay.
I'll change it green.
Okay.
So see how it's green? That's as far
Yeah.
as you can see, but your telekinesis goes out another 30 feet.
okay.
That's why. So I'm gonna change it back to yellow so I can actually see what I'm doing. Cool. So you can't see Nilo anymore. Oh, you can see Nilo. Oh no, he would have wandered. So he's about up here. He should be just out of your radius. The animals are with you too. So Nilo, you can hear Silas, but you can't see anyone else from your party. Your animals are with you. They're as lost as you seem to be, but they're with you.
I guess we'll say, Badger, find us home.
Okay. So it'll take you an hour to try and get back on track because of the blizzard. So while you're lost for an hour, you have both Aram and Morthos building an igloo. You have Silas kind of hanging out. Mountain, actually, he's probably still gone. Silas, what are you doing for this hour when you can't necessarily find Nilo? You could hear their thoughts a little bit, but you don't know where they are.
Okay. I mean, I guess I'll just go help with the igloo, but I want to be in Nilo's range. I want to be within the 60 feet.
Okay. You are still within the reach. Barely,
Okay.
but you're there. No, not really. You're very quiet. You're very quiet. I can turn down my blizzard noise a little bit.
Mountain would be helping with the igloo.
Okay, cool. So Mountain's also over here helping with the igloo. So you got 4 people digging this igloo, and you got Nilo who is lost. Great. Cool. So this goes on for about an hour. Go ahead, Nilo, and roll another survival check with disadvantage because you are already very lost. 11? Okay. You don't quite make your way back. We'll say that you, however, have made it to... You basically made it... You stay within the range of the earshot, or the mental telekinesis of Silas, and you make it to about there. So, you can hear, but you don't know where they are. Anything... Do you want to keep looking for what your way home? Or are you going to keep wandering? Or what are you trying to do specifically?
Can I attempt to collect some snow just while I'm out here?
Yeah, absolutely. So, you are collecting snow. The 4 of you, are you all still just digging this igloo?
Yes, I'm trying to build it
Yeah.
as fast as we can. I'm freezing my tail off.
Okay. So, because you blasted 2 holes in the ground and you're cleaning it out, we'll say that instead of it being a 6-hour venture to build this igloo, you did the hardest part by just ripping up the ground first, and you already have a solid base. You basically took out a half of what you would need to build. That it will be a total of a 3-hour venture of building this igloo. So you're about 2/3 of the way through the igloo right now. So,
That's pretty good.
yeah, all 4 of you are working on it, so it's going by pretty quick. And 2 of you are really strong, 1 of you is really smart, and basically, Silas, you're like the foreman that's just charismatically telling people where to do things.
Yeah, you guys got this.
And you are
I
drinking.
believe.
You are drinking on the job. You are very much the foreman.
Hmm.
All right, Nilo, go ahead and make another survival check with disadvantage.
Before I do that, I'm gonna send a message to say Silas and say I'm very lost,
Okay.
Okay.
and I'm gonna give it a try.
All right.
I mean, you're still within 60 feet of us. So...
You think you're going the right way, but you become even more snowblind, and you now feel the telekinetic connection that you have with Silas disappear.
Can I attempt to retrace my steps from where I last heard his thoughts?
Yep. Go ahead, and since you're literally just walking backwards from where you were, roll just a straight survival check. No disadvantage on this one. 9. You don't quite get back where you were. You think you're getting close, but you are not within the reach of the telekinesis.
Would I be able to hear or ping him up here?
You try, and you still don't feel any connection come back.
Hey guys, Nilo's gone, and I can't really find him. Can I have a buddy to try to search for him, please?
I'm pretty sure Nilo could find us. He's always running off.
He told me he was pretty lost. I don't think he can get back on his own.
I look at Mountain.
Do you want to go? Or should I?
Listen, I need a buddy, and I'd like to get him before he freezes to death.
You're wearing
I guess
your
I'll go.
you're wearing your winter clothing, correct, Nilo?
Yep, and I have the ring on.
The ring of warmth. Is that what the ring does?
Yep.
Okay. So that gives you resistance to coldness, right?
Yep.
Cool. So you feel like it's starting to get real cold. You see your animals who are not resistant to cold, however, becoming more and more exhausted the longer you're out here in this cold, cold, cold blizzard. You are feeling okay, but you can see that they are starting to suffer. So,
Can I say, help us find home and you can rest?
yep. So they all effectively have one level of exhaustion at this point. So if you want to go ahead and roll another survival check with disadvantage to try and find your way back into at least the telepathic reach of 11, it gets you closer. You feel like you are just on the cusp. You're feeling like this, almost like a fuzzy phone in a real life example, but you feel a slight connection with Silas.
Hello?
Hell. Oh.
Just keep on walking this direction. I can hear you now. Just keep on walking in the direction you're going, and you'll meet back with us, hopefully.
Okay. So since you're effectively giving him the help action, Nilo, go ahead and just roll a survival check normal. 15? Okay. So that gets you, for about an hour of travel, you get yourself to about here. You see that your animals, at this point though, are starting to really, really start to suffer. They are moving very slow comparatively. So they are moving at half speed now. So they're falling behind you a little bit. They're like here. You can see them. They're at half speed.
Is there any way to unsummon them with bag of tricks?
I'll say yeah. I'll say because it's your bag and you're the one who called them, you can just unsummon them.
I guess I'm gonna say good job and unsummon them to let them rest.
Okay, cool. Bamf. So they're all gone. And you guys are just starting to finish up the igloo. It's been about 3 hours at this point, so you are getting right to the top of this igloo being completed. You have the ability to leave that middle ceiling square open if you want to start a fire inside the igloo. That way you don't melt it or die of smoke inhalation. You can do that. You're at the point of starting to put on a nice little entry tunnel and you don't really have any wood that you can use for the door, but you could use cloaks, or you could use actually any of the pelts that you've acquired. You could try and figure out a way to hang them up on the door. So you guys are finishing that up. Nilo, go ahead and give me another just straight survival check, since you still have Silas basically mentally waving you over.
Mountain would take 2 of his javelins, stick them into the ground, and hang a pelt onto that.
Okay, that works. Because you have plenty of pelt. You have plenty of javelins. So 12? Cool. 12 is enough to get you about here, where you can generally see where your group is now. So you feel that you can make it back to your camp. It's been, by the time you get back to your camp back here, it has been 4.5 hours. And yes, you can start to ritually cast alarm as soon as you would like. So the igloo is big enough, since it's effectively the distance of Shatter. It is enough to put your party in, but not your horse or your wagon, obviously. So you have that. So your igloo is complete. It's been effectively, at this point, it has been 8.5 hours since you took off this morning. This blizzard is still raging. It's raging super hard. I'm gonna turn this light off.
Mountain would try to figure out a way to keep the horse warm.
Okay.
With maybe pelts, blankets, pop it up into the carriage, wherever he can.
Okay.
Can we give it the boots?
Do you have 2 sets of boots?
I'm not sure how well that would work for a horse.
Here's also your horse. Boop.
Oh, we just need to wait this out.
We need to
Can we get
survive.
the horse right next to the igloo and try to build a little shelter for it next to the igloo?
You can try that if you would like.
Can Nilo attempt to do that?
Yeah.
Mountain will help.
This is your carriage too. It's bigger. Yeah. So you guys are trying to build a little mini shelter right beside the big shelter.
Yep. We'll bring the carriage like next to our shelter here, and use it as like part of.
I thought we put the shelter in the igloo because you made it so big.
So the igloo is only going to be big enough as far as radius is concerned for your party to fit. You will not be able to fit your horse in there with you or your carriage in there with you.
But I figure we put the horse, like, how tall is this igloo?
Well, it's how many spells did you cast on it, Morthos? 2? I think you did 2 second levels, so it's 6 foot deep and probably 4. It's probably the average size igloo is like 10 foot all around, so you won't be able to get
But
all your
it's-
stuff in there.
I didn't.
It was
do
more of
easy
how
stuff.
high up it is, because we might be able to
No, it's basically
make a slight wall
it's
using
basically because of how far
the
he dug
carriage and the
down.
igloo.
Because how far he dug down, it's 4 feet up to the top of the igloo, and 6 feet, like 4 feet to the ground, and then 6 feet below ground. So.
Yeah, his plan is to basically use the igloo and the cart as part of the shelter for the horse.
Okay, cool. So you start to work on that. If you guys want to go ahead and 20-foot cube, please. Oh, for the alarm. Is that what you need that for? Oh no, I'll just know. I'll just know that it's around it. It's fine.
Okay, thank you.
Yep. You guys see Morthos pulling out like this wire that seems to never end, and just casting a spell the whole time. And they set up alarm around your effectively icy tiny hut. So you guys can go ahead and you take a little bit more time while he's doing that, and you are able to build a wall for your horse to lay behind.
I built the wall. Who's paying for it?
So,
Sorry.
you guys can bed down for the evening if you would like. Inside this, if anybody has any way to start a fire, you can start a fire inside your igloo. Keep yourself nice, toasty, and warm. Or what do you want to do?
Actually, I have a tinder box, I think.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So yeah, you guys post up in here for. I'm just gonna move you all down here since I'm assuming you're all sleeping in this igloo, since that was the point of building it.
We're going to cuddle.
All right, so
I'm sleeping in the igloo. I don't care about anyone else.
Yeah, Mountains would have used his other javelins to make some sort of shelter, like using the other pelts.
Okay.
To help with the horse's shelter.
Okay. So, how are you guys setting up watches, or are you just all going to sleep for the night?
My character,
I'm just gonna go to sleep. It's too stormy for anything else up there, in my opinion.
Okay. So
you do have an alarm set.
You do have an alarm set. So the way the alarm is set up, because of the size of the alarm, it will only be able to cover the exact outside of the igloo. Literally, it's like on the edges of the igloo. So if anything was to cross, maybe about a foot out. So if anything was to cross that alarm, you would know. Morthos would know that something has gone coming in. So effectively, your igloo is alarmed, but that's it. So, but you have alarm. Aram's just gonna sleep. Nothing's coming. What about the other 4 of you? Nilo said you only wanted 4 hours, and you were gonna do some stuff.
Yes, that's all I need for a trance.
Okay. What about the other 3?
I'm gonna do a little bit sentry mode.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll just sleep too.
Okay. Mountain, are you sleeping? Or are you staying up and doing some perception watches?
Mountain will take the first watch, I guess.
Okay. Go ahead and roll a perception check.
And while he's doing his thing, he'll also make sure the horse is doing all right. Okay. That would be a 20, because I still apparently had disadvantage on.
Yeah, the horse isn't happy, but you know, it's laying there in the cold, shivering. Okay.
Well, he would have covered it with pelts and
yeah, it's. I mean,
Any other
it's,
warm things he had available?
yeah, it's not like freezing to death. It's just cold and uncomfortably cold, just because it's the middle of a blizzard. All right, so you take the first watch. I need 2 people to roll me a D100 each. 79. 57. Okay. So, Morthos, as the night goes on, you feel a little bell ring in the back of your head. You feel your alarm spell has been tripped. And as you feel the alarm bell goes off, you hear a terrified neighing or whinnying coming from the horse.
I wake up screaming.
Okay.
Is that
So
enough
you'd wake
for
up
us
from
to
that?
wake up to?
That'll wake you
Yeah.
all up.
That scream is pretty.
No, what's happening?
Okay. So as you guys wake up and you come outside, you see
No horse.
you see your horse being taken by a yeti and 2 baby yetis.
Mountain would go chasing after with the great axe in hand.
Okay, roll initiative.
Mountain, wait.
Roll initiative.
Not.
Okay.
And he rages.
Mountain, we don't need to do this.
Sorry, I apparently kicked initiative twice. That would be 24.
Cool. All right. So. Nice. All right. Let me
You got some yeti meat.
let me go to where we need to go here. Hold on one second.
Okay, I guess we're all into this. Ah.
All right.
We need fuel for the fire, anyways.
It's true. I'd probably turn the token roller on. Hold on.
Would we have
Extensions.
gotten any sort of rest? Like, have we gotten a short rest?
You've effectively been sleeping for 6 hours at this point.
Hey, that's how long my long rest is.
Yep. Long rest is basically 6 to 8 hours worth of sleep. So you all have completed, for all mechanics purposes, a long rest. Barely.
So
But you completed
Reroll my D100.
Nice.
We'll let it stay because effectively that lasts for 24 hours. And normally you don't take a long rest. The way you guys have played, you don't normally have a long rest, 2 long rests as close. Normally there's a little bit more time. So because you were basically just hanging out for most of the day, being pretty not super stressed out, we'll say it stays through this fight. But then once this is over, then you just re-roll it. Cool.
Okay.
Mountain. You see this giant, abominable-looking yeti and 2 baby yetis at their side, trying to run off with your horse. And you were running at it with your great axe.
He rages.
Okay. Wow, one rolled a
And-
nat 1 on initiative. That's why it's so bad. Are you going for the small one?
Yeah, we'll go for the big one, I guess.
Okay, cool.
And great axe. Nat 20!
So that's unfortunately you rolled.
So that's an
since-
additional +2.
Yep, so it's doubled, so it's 2 plus 4, so it's 6 plus 2 is 8. Cool. 8 damage for your first attack. You got a second one.
Yep.
Wow.
Another nat 20!
Jesus. So 8, 16,
Nice.
plus 4 is 20, plus 2, 22. Cool. You swing through and you just take 2 big hunks out of this big old yeti. Alright, Silas.
Okay. 1, 2. Okay.
It's still blizzarding,
gonna-
by the way. Like, the blizzard is still going on real hard.
Okay.
Oh, also, I want to double check something because I'm not going to take those 2 20s away because I'm not that mean, but I think all your attacks are at disadvantage because it's blizzarding.
For blizzard.
I think.
I've got blind sight.
I know, which is why it's fine for you anyway. Anything that requires sight due to blowing snow has disadvantage. So your attacks are at disadvantage. Unless you have blind sight, goggles on your face, or otherwise the ability to give yourself straight vision. So unless it's like a save, because you can't have disadvantage on a save. So.
Hold on. I will cast Flaming Sphere. Right. Where is it? There it is. Like right here.
Okay. And are you ramming it into the big Yeti or the small Yeti?
I'll ram it into the small one.
Okay, cool. And it will go ahead and make a dex save. It failed. And you see, as you just slam this fiery sphere into the baby Yeti, it burns alive, and you hear this, and then nothing. You have just murdered a child Yeti.
Damn.
Aram, you have any movement you want to do? Or are you gonna stay there?
No, I'm gonna stay. Now I'm gonna stay.
Okay. Aram.
Where's the door to our house? Is it here?
Yeah, it's right there.
Okay. I am going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Okay.
And while I'm running out, I am taking a piece of ink and I'm drawing just a holy symbol on like a piece of fabric on my sleeve, and then I'm just going to slam my fist on my open palm onto Mountain's back, and I'm going to shout, "Field!" and grant you a +2 bonus to your armor class.
Oh god, I'm a monster now.
For 10 minutes.
Then, if that's not enough, I'm going to pull out my battle axe.
Okay.
And I can't do anything else. So that will be my card.
You can cast a cantrip.
That is a cantrip. Isn't it?
It's a bonus action spell, so you can cast a cantrip as an action.
Oh.
Yeah. So if you have
Well,
like
if I can do that,
anything flaming, you can do that or something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, I will not draw my battle axe.
Well, you can draw your battle axe as part of your movement. It's fine.
Oh, well, in that case, I do draw my battle axe. And then after shouting shield, I will then shout sunlight! And a burning radiance will shoot forth from my open palm towards the big Yeti.
Okay. Constitution save for... So Word of Radiance
Big
is for
guy.
things within 5 feet of you, right?
It is a range of 5 feet. I am, you are correct.
It is, so it is
It's
10 feet
5
away from you based on
Uh,
your movement.
But
But
I'm going to do that.
are you... If you do it, your horse can make the save, though.
I don't want to attack my horse.
Okay. All right.
No, I will just pass.
Okay. So this Yeti, it's the Yeti's turn. It sees you run up and take 2 decent smacks at him, and it's kind of shook for a minute. But then you see Mountain, their eyes just cover in blue, and they look you dead in the face, and you feel this cold that you haven't felt in a really long time creep down your spine. I need you to go ahead and make a Constitution saving throw, please.
Okay. 1 second. So Constitution save?
Yes, sir. 24. So you pass. So you will take 25 damage reduced to 12. And you are not paralyzed. And since it sees that you're not paralyzed, it's going to take 1 claw attack at you. Shoot, wrong button. That's a 17 hit you? I assume not now with your beefy
Nope.
boy stuff. And seeing this flame that it's over here, it's not a huge fan of fire, so it's gonna move to here, staying within your radius. Oh no, what did I do? Go away. Staying within your radius, and it's gonna go ahead and take a swing at the other small thing that came up to it. Does a 20 hit you, Aram?
It definitely hits me,
Okay.
and that would have hurt, I'm sure.
So you take 17 total damage. And I need you to make a Constitution saving throw of 10 because it's 10 or half. So 15. Cool. So you maintain the shield on Mountain. Nilo, it is your turn. What do you want to do?
Questions. The door to the igloo open.
Yep, your people ran out of it.
Can I get down to a knee and use steady aim to shoot the things? It's just my vision.
Let's see, because you can only... So steady aim, you have to give up all your movement, right?
Yeah.
So the door itself, based on where the door is, it's over here. So you would have to go to the door to then shoot out of the door, because you can't shoot through the wall. So.
I'll move just outside then.
Okay, cool. So you can move out and you can take a shot at the Yeti. And if you hit, you get sneak attack because you definitely have people within range.
It's a disadvantage, right?
Yes, because you do not have goggles or anything on, nor do you have blind sight. So, disadvantage. 25 still hits, and you still get the sneak attack because you have friends in front of it, and so you get 12 total damage. Okay, great. Alright. Anything else you want to do on your turn? Any more movement?
Can I hold a bonus action?
What bonus action are you holding?
Use item, potentially.
Sure. Well, that replenishes at dawn, right? Or is that once... How's that replenish?
No, I meant I was thinking about using like poison right before my next turn, like hold action like that.
Oh yeah, you can do that. Yeah, for sure. So Morthos.
So it has not been 8 hours, correct? You said it was 6.
It has been 6, but you get the benefits. You had the benefits of a long rest.
Okay, cool. I was making sure alarm hadn't wore off yet, so
No,
that means I can
there's still 2 more hours of alarm.
Don't have to worry about that then. So I shall. I can't see shit. I can't move for shit either, can I?
You have 30 feet of movement.
5, 10, 15. That's a fucking Yeti.
Mm-hmm.
That's big.
That's a big boy.
20,
and one baby.
25, 30. I cannot reach him.
Nope.
So I shall cast a spell.
Okay.
Anger. Is it wearing any metal?
It is not. It seems to be just hide and hair.
Is there a metal arrow anywhere inside of it?
No, there's not.
Rat. I know you know what I was trying to do there.
I know.
I'm just gonna bonus action grow my tentacles.
Okay.
And wait for angry things to happen to us.
Okay. Cool. All right.
Yeah.
You see this Yeti tyke, this little baby Yeti, wanting to help its mother, is going to run up and jump on your back, Mountain, and try and attack you from behind, effectively flanking you with its mother. It rolled a natural 20, but it doesn't do a lot of damage, so you take a grand total of 6, 8, 14. So you take 10 total damage from this little baby Yeti as it like slashes into you with its claws, and you hear it just yipping and chittering in some language which you assume is probably the language that they use between the two of them. Mountain?
Is that with the subtracting from rage?
Yeah. So take 3 off of that. The other one was already reduced, because you have resistance to cold. So you take -3 damage to what I said. So.
Okay, so
So you
7
effectively,
damage total?
yes, you take 7. Yep. It doesn't do a lot. It's a little baby thing. It's your turn.
All right. He's going to use his tail on the baby to knock it backwards into said fireball behind them.
That'll do it. Bam. Okay. It's looking real hurt.
Then he swings with his axe, probably missing.
It does miss. That your turn?
Does the baby yeti take anything going into the fire?
I'll roll a dex save, and we'll see. Bum. It rolled an 11. We'll say it takes a d6 worth of damage. Just 1d6, so you can go ahead and roll 1d6 since it's landing effectively on this fire sphere. D6 4. As you slam it into this, I'm gonna move this out here
It's
for a second. I
11
gotta
from
grab
his
it.
tail.
It disappears. It starts chirping and screaming, and you hear it very quietly stop. And you see the eyes of the mother yeti get real big, full of hate and anger, and it lets out just a terrifying roar and looks dead at you. Silas.
I mean, okay. I'm going to cast Guiding Bolt on it.
Okay.
Just throw like a bolt of lightning.
Jesus. I forgot that thing hits like a truck when it hits for warlocks. Yeah, that's a lot of damage. It's still looking real hardy though.
And then I'm going to ram it with the sphere.
Okay. Roll an attack on the sphere. Dexterity save of 16. Got it. It fails. Bad. It takes 14 damage. Okay. Man.
Damn. Okay.
You just did 51 damage in one turn as a warlock. Nice. Anything else you want to do on your turn?
No.
Okay. Aram.
Would like to smite it. And I bring my battle axe
Jesus.
down with my natural 20.
Roll the damage on them.
And
yeah, I know what you're gonna do now too.
level 2 smite.
Yep.
I wish that the smite showed up on my spell list because I have to go into the.
Yeah, because it's I think 4d8 when you do it as a second level.
It's 2d8 plus 1d8.
Oh, so 3d8. Okay, cool. So
yeah.
So
which
that's
didn't roll. I need to roll one. I should just do it. Roll one.
Yeah. So you do 7.
7 smite.
And then roll your damage for your battle axe.
Okay. Yeah. 1 second. Oh my goodness. Oh, it did do it. Okay.
So 15. So it's 9 doubled to 18 plus 6 is 24 plus 7 doubled is 14. So 38 for your first attack.
And then I'm going to swing at it again.
Okay.
And it's 2 damage.
Cool. That'll definitely hit. So it's a 2-handed one. Cool. Okay. All right.
And then that's all I do.
Okay. It's looking pretty hurt, and its back is singed. It's bleeding a lot. It's gonna take an attack opportunity from you, Aram, and reposition itself to this side of mountain. Oh yeah, that hits. 25 for 15. Jesus, this thing is close to death's door.
That's right.
It takes the horse. Obviously, it's still in its hands with this horse. So you see that it holds the horse up in front of you, Mountain, in front of its mouth, and you see that it rears back, and it just releases this cold, chilling breath attack out of its mouth. And it's gonna be this big. So it gets everyone and the horses effectively here too. So everyone needs to go ahead and make a Constitution saving throw, please.
This doesn't think it's poisonous.
This is not good. This is not good.
The horse fails too. All right, so this is cold damage. So whatever this is gets reduced by half. Okay. I'm gonna roll it in the open just because this could theoretically be a lot. 44 damage, reduced by half to 22.
I want to, can I react and cast a spell?
I have advantage on dexterity saving throws.
It's not a dexterity save, it's a con save. What spell are you
that's
trying
right,
to
never
cast as a
mind.
reaction?
Absorb elements.
Yeah, you can do that. So 22 damage is what everybody takes. Your horse is effectively frozen and falls to the ground as a popsicle horse. So you take 7
Can I
of
use
that damage.
uncanny dodge?
Nope.
I prevent 7 of that damage.
You can't because that only works on attacks, not on saves. So, so you take, yeah. So you all take 22 damage.
Is my damage doubled because I nat one?
No, it's not.
So it's
Anybody,
22.
yeah. So if anybody does not have resistance to cold, you take 44. If you do have resistance to cold, you take 22.
Did I pass the con save or no?
No, you failed. I think. Would you roll?
What did I roll?
You did. You did not.
I didn't roll.
So roll.
I didn't roll. Okay. Well, let's
You passed. So you take 22 anyway, because it's. Are you resistant to cold?
No, I'm not.
All right. So you take 22, and then you absorb 7 of that. So you take 15. Anybody who has resistance to cold takes 22. Anybody who's not takes 44.
Let's see. Mountain rolled an 11.
The DC was 18. So.
Never mind then.
Yeah.
I'll just will not waste my flash of genius there.
Yeah. So.
So I take 15, and I have 7 cold damage on my next melee attack.
Yep. So, and that is, it sees the horse is dead now because it froze it. It froze all of you. It moved about 10 feet to get to where it is. And this Yeti lets out a hell of a roar. And it's going to try and just take off running. And it's going to get an attack of opportunity from Mountain. It's going to run over here. Make sure that's... So if you want to take an attack, you can do that. Cool. 25 does hit it. You hit it for 11 damage, and you see...
Plus rage, so that's 13.
13, yep. So you see as you hit it, it just lets out an even more loud, like, it's a very breathy roar. It sounds like it's on the verge of death. Nyla. Blizzard's still happening, too. So...
Move 25 feet.
Okay.
35 feet.
Okay. Cool.
And I'm taking a shot at it. I'm gonna use a bonus action to apply that poison I made to my arrow and take a shot at it.
So if you hit, you'll get just arrow attack and your poison attack because you can't get sneak attack because your attacks are at disadvantage right now from the blizzard. Jesus, that hits him. So you get 6 piercing damage plus roll 3d6, and this will be your poison damage. 12. So as you chase this thing down, you basically run and you slide on a patch of ice in the snow, causing just this wake of snow to appear behind you. And whoop, as you're sliding, you apply poison. Basically, you whip out an arrow dipped in your poison and release it equally as fast. And you nail this Yeti kind of right in the back of the ribs. And you see it start to run still, and it starts to slow, and then it starts to stumble, and then it can't quite catch itself, and it just rolls to its grave. So, you killed it.
So we're gonna cook the horse now, guys?
So your horse is now turned into a horseicle.
It's dead, right?
It's very dead. Yes.
We will just have to use it for fuel.
I feel really bad for the guy we got the horse from.
Mm-hmm.
What city was he from again? Well, that's another one we need to add to the don't go back to.
Dugan's Hole.
We
Neat.
also have the mammoth hide, bedding thing.
Okay.
Don't go to Dugan's Hole.
All right. So you guys, if you want to take a short rest, you can, but you've effectively finished a long rest because you all got 6 hours worth of sleep. So if you want to short rest and roll some hit dice or heal yourself, you can do that.
I think we're holed up here for another day. This is day 2 of the storm.
Okay.
Mountain just drags the horsicle back with his strength and rage.
Cool. All right. So you drag it back. I'm just gonna take the horse off the map because it's dead. So you drag it back, and you just want to hold up here for the rest of the day, and then take another long rest and go from there.
Well, yeah, I think we should just try to wait out the storm. This is pretty bad. And then we can summon, and actually...
Cthulhu.
I don't have it prepared, but tomorrow I can have it prepared and I can have my elk come back.
I mean, If we have the opportunity to take a short rest.
So
The warlock
basically,
says we can take a short
if you
rest.
guys are gonna sit and wait out the storm, you can do that, and then you can eventually sit out for the whole rest of the day, and then have a long rest at the end of it. So just know that you will have had 2 days worth of rations now expired, being in this igloo. So take 2 more days worth of rations off, and we'll just, unless anybody has anything specific they want to do leading up into the night's rest, waiting for this blizzard to end.
Mountain will go ahead and get whatever meat he can.
This thing is so frozen that so if you look at it, as you try to melt the snow, and it takes the better part of the whole day to melt this snow, because you basically have to do it outside the igloo because this won't fit in the igloo. So you're basically depending on your spellcasters and yourself to chip this thing away and prestidigitate it to be warmer. You see that the Yetis had actually grabbed it underneath the throat and by the ribs and basically ripped it to kill it as it got its prey. So the horse was dead immediately, and it was dragging it away. So the meat is so freezer burned now from being frozen that you could maybe get some of the internal organs, but that's about the best you're going to be able to get.
Then we'll get the Yeti meat.
Okay.
What about the Yeti meat? Like if
That's
we
what I
would
said.
try to carve out some hide.
You can try, and if you want to go and try and harvest some of the Yeti hide, so it's up here. If you want to go up and
I'll
do
go
it.
with them.
Okay, so
Yeah.
both of you go up
Mountain
there.
will tie a rope to the cart and set out towards it.
How much rope do you have?
You should have about like 50 feet.
You're gonna not have enough rope to make that work,
Here you go.
because where it was to where the cart is, it is at least 80 feet. So you don't have enough rope to make that work.
I have a quick question.
Yeah.
Because I just Googled it because I realized I didn't think about this. I'm a robot. Do I have to eat?
You don't have to eat or breathe, I think, or drink. It should
Why
specifically
the
say
hell
in
don't I
Warforged.
have fucking rations?
It should say what you can do as far as Warforged are concerned if you look at your actual race stuff.
Okay, I've been over here.
I mean, you can
Yeah,
eat.
I don't need to eat. I've been over here eating for no reason. I have 10 days of rations that anyone can have if they want them.
There you go.
Because I'm bad at this. I also have 50 feet of rope if anyone needs it.
Yeah, we'll tie the 2 rope together.
Cool. So you have 100 feet of rope. So go out there, and as you're walking out there, go ahead and make a perception check at disadvantage to see if you can find it, because you're effectively walking through this blizzard now, trying to find where it was at.
Okay. He's got his goggles on.
So 13, you get out there, and because you guys effectively short rested and you decided what to do and drag the horse back, it's been probably an hour or two, an 8. Yeah, so going out there, you find it, but as you get closer, you see some winter wolves are biting into it already, and they're starting to make it their meal. You see, as you look around there are 5 winter wolves. Some of them look a little bit bigger and a little bit more ravaging than the others.
What do you think?
Yeah, let him have it.
Yeah, I was thinking that too. It's cold out here.
Okay.
I'll go back with him.
Okay, so you guys just follow your rope back. You don't have to make checks because you basically gave yourself a free path back. And you wait out the storm, which takes you all the way through the night, because the storm was a very long storm. Very, very cold, very windy, very, very stormy. So anything
Does anybody
else?
have playing cards?
Anything else you guys want to do before the long rest is completed? Yeah, you can roll a check on that.
Every 8 hours, I would like to cast alarm.
Okay, cool. So,
Undo
7. You,
stick it out.
yeah. So with a 7, you go to make poison, and it just fails. You can't seem to get the ingredients to work well enough together. It might be that you just can't get the equipment warm enough because of how cold it is, even though you're by a fire. You're not quite getting the usual chemical response that you're used to getting. So nothing negative happens. You just aren't able to make it. Anything else anybody wants to do before the long rest?
Can I study that thing we were talking about?
Yep. We'll say that you can study it for because it's cold and you're casting alarm every 8 hours and whatnot, you gotta sleep. We'll say you get 6 hours to study.
Woo!
So,
Did I get any the previous day or no?
we'll say you got 2.
All right, cool. So 8 out of the number we said.
Yeah. So cool. So the next day comes around, and then you cast Find Seed. Everybody benefits from a long rest, so you get all your stuff back, you get all your spells, all your HP, all that jazz.
Now I would have to cast Find Seed on this new day because I wouldn't have it prepared.
Yep.
So it's going to be a -1 spell for me.
Yep. So cool. So you'll get your steed appearing. You might have a token for that. So as you guys wake up in the morning, benefit from your long rest, you're feeling a little hardier. I need Morthos to roll me on the table, please.
I don't have my token. It's gone.
Oh, that must have been one of the stupid things that updated. I don't know.
It's just a moose though. So.
Okay. So you go to 30. So you immediately throw up a thick black ichor and begin feeling nauseous. You do not benefit from the effects of any food, drink, or poisons consumed. And I'm going to say that's for the whole day. So if you...
Oh no! Right. Oh no!
So if you drink any potions today, they won't affect you. No food's going to help you. No drink's going to help you. You know. That's
I don't have any potions.
Hey man, I'm just telling you what it says. You know.
I know.
I know. Cool. Yeah, if you want to.
Does this also affect you for poison? I'm just curious.
Hmm.
It's because I'm consuming something.
If you're drinking a poison, I think you're immune to disease. If you're drinking a poison, we'll see what the poison is. Because you're choosing to do it, then I don't know. But you're probably not gonna have a poison to drink today. So, you just need an elk token. You said.
Can I roll?
Yeah, if you want to. Here is that's your elk, Aram. 7, 5, and 3. Actually, I gotta give you control of it too. Actually, I'm just gonna give everybody control of this stupid elk, so I don't have to do this again. All players and all players. All elk all the time. There you go. So whatever you get for a 2, 5, 3 pops up. So okay, cool. So you have the spectral elk that Aram summoned, and you have these other 3 beasts that came out of the back. So, the blizzard has effectively ended. So now you're just on normal snowing ambience. So quiet, comparatively. So, there we go.
Well, I think the weather's finally dying down. Let's get a move on.
What do you get for a 2, 5, and 3? 7, 5, 3. I'll fix it later. I don't know. It's had to be the update. The update changed a whole bunch of stuff.
Panther, Badger.
Okay. All right.
I don't know if any of those will actually be able to pull it, so we'll just use my spirits out.
Direwolf is large.
Oh, I didn't hear the direwolf part.
Yeah.
Yeah, hook them up, see if they get along.
What was the other one?
Badger, direwolf, and Panther.
You summon a lot of badgers. I just want to point this out.
All right, I'll give you. You should be able to move at least the 2. Probably not the direwolf, for some reason. You should theoretically be able to move this 2. Yep. So. Nilo and Nilo. Cool. All right. All right. So you got those. You can try and hook a direwolf up to it if you really wanted to. So go ahead and roll an animal handling check. Well, you only have 1 harness, right, for animals?
Mm-hmm.
So you can hook up your elk or you can hook up your wolf, whichever you want.
Doesn't
We
have to obey.
will.
Cool. So as you get your cart hooked up and together, you guys start making your way. As you start looking around to pick your direction of travel, you notice that the storm was so bad that the mounds of snow which weren't there before are now there. Now you have rolling hills 6, 7, 8 feet deep all around you in all directions. You don't necessarily have any pure sense of where you were before. But go ahead and since it's your elk, I'll say that you're the one who is going to be driving the cart today because it listens to you. So go ahead and make a.
Come on, you little sucker! Get out!
Okay. So as you are traveling, it's not quite used to being. It's not quite used to towing a wagon.
I don't mind to the wolf. It's fine.
Okay. So as you guys are traveling, you have all these tokens, which I got to copy over now. You actually find yourself. Put all these over here. Da, 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 da. On this, you're actually coming from the other side. You're not coming from there. So you're at the top of. You basically make your way up, and you're following these paths around, and you see this mountain pass that you make your way to, and you see that you're approaching a very thin bridge. And as you come close to the bridge, you've been traveling now for probably 3 or 4 hours. You look down, and you see getting to the bottom of this cliff where you are is easily 300 feet, if you had to guess, and you're not quite sure what's down there. And to get what you believe to be across, looks like there's a bridge, or you can go back the way you came and attempt to go a different direction. But this is where you currently are based on your 3.
Aram, do you know where we're going?
I haven't the foggiest. I can barely see as it is.
Well then.
Is visibility still bad?
Oh no, I'll adjust all your visibilities here. Morthos is still 30, right? Because you don't have any
thank
dark
God.
vision.
I have the helmet. It's 60.
Oh, it's 60. Okay.
The anglerfish thingy, my bobber.
Cool. All right, I'm gonna move these tokens out the way because I need to be able to see your guys' actual tokens here.
I need my 120 feet back.
Cool. So
You don't get it. You're
I
reduced to 12
need
feet.
it. That's the entire reason why I played Warlock.
You're penalized to 12 feet for the rest of the game.
No.
everybody's got 60 feet, right?
Perfect.
I'm still at 30 right now.
No,
but
I'm at 120. I have more
I'm
than
still
60.
30.
Yeah, I'm
There
at
we go.
60 feet.
Cool. So there you go. So you guys basically have
Oh,
this
yeah.
wagon here, this elk pulling it, and your animals are here. So that is, as far as this is concerned, from where you guys, because you guys are basically up on top of this here, and if all this black stuff right here, that's all cliffs falling down 300 feet. So this is about 180 feet across, give or take. And this is not empty. This bridge effectively extends all the way across. There's not a
I
giant
can't
empty
even
gap here.
see a bridge.
Does it look raggedy or no?
Oh wow, that's a bridge.
Go ahead and roll an investigation check.
Can anyone
Are we able to get to the bridge? Like, this isn't a ravine here.
No, you can basically, like, these wooden panels come all the way up to the end of it
Flash
here.
of genius for that.
So it doesn't look
Can I
great.
flash of genius?
Yeah, you can do that.
Yeah. I'm a add 5.
Investigation.
So Morthos, with your 16 total, with your flash of genius, you see that the bridge is swaying in the wind. It looks safe enough.
I'm gonna cast mending on it anyway.
Okay. As you cast mending, you feel a little more secure in your belief that it will be able to hold you.
I'm fat. I weigh 300 pounds. I don't trust this bridge. Like at
How
all.
far across did you say it was?
180 feet.
180 feet.
Okay. Silas, roll me a D100.
Me? Okay.
And out comes 100 mile per hour winds. Everyone dies.
37 mile an hour winds,
37.
actually.
I fucking knew you were doing wind speed.
Wait, are you serious?
I'm 100% serious. That affects the DC
Well, now I'm
of getting
glad
across
to
the
weigh
bridge.
300 pounds.
Okay. So,
You're welcome, everyone.
what are you guys gonna do?
Burn it
Well, I'll
down.
just give it a go.
Okay, so you're going across first. It looks like this bridge is only wide enough for one person, and it does not look like your wagon can make it across this bridge safely.
Aaron, you're just gonna go?
Yeah,
I
all right.
mean,
No, I mean, what other choice do we have?
Okay, Aram, go ahead and you can either make.
I will divine sense the bridge
I mean-
first. Make sure no demons are hiding on there.
There's not.
maybe we can like go around or something. I don't think this is safe, Aaron.
Aram, go ahead and either roll a straight strength or a straight dexterity check, whichever you prefer.
He's going to take a deep breath and a check or a saving.
Check.
Oh no, Aaron.
Aram, you take a deep breath, you focus, you grab on to the sides of the rope bridge, you kind of widen your base, you're a shorter, stouter being with all of your weight, and you manage to maneuver your way across the entire bridge safely.
Can you hear me?
No.
Nope.
With 37-mile-an-hour winds, no, they can't hear you. Most of them can't even see you. You just walked. There's still snow blowing back and forth, obviously, with these crosswinds, but you're off in the distance. So you didn't hear any screams. You don't see anyone falling off the bridge to their death, and the bridge is still just slightly swinging in the breeze like it was before.
I will shoot a sacred flame 60 feet.
So did you
Go
roll
up
athletics, or
above the
did you?
bridge.
What's your actual strength bonus, not your athletics bonus?
Strength is a +5. Sorry.
Okay, so you rolled what?
Die.
No, what did you roll? So what's that, -3? So yeah, you still make it. Cool. Yeah. So who? Anybody following suit?
So this is a
these
dex or a
squares?
strength save, right?
A straight dexterity or a straight strength save. Not athletics or acrobatics. It's strength or dexterity.
All right, and now as a artificer, I get to use intel, right?
No.
Makes sense. Makes sense.
Nope. It's strength or dexterity.
Oh, I'm not
Are
going
these-
across this bridge, guys.
But I will say you can use your flash of genius on it if it comes to it.
Oh, thank God. All right, I'm gonna charge across.
Oh, you're sprinting across?
No, no.
Okay.
Figuratively speaking, I'm
Okay.
going to charge
So roll a
across.
strength or a dexterity check.
Check, not save.
Correct.
Did that roll? I did not roll.
17. You're fine. You make it right across.
I'm not dead. I'm just gonna. Where's Aram at? I don't see him. Oh, wait, that's because I'm not moving far enough.
There you go. You make it.
Hi, friend.
Who's
I'm
next?
not dead.
You made it. I was hoping.
Milo next.
Okay. Go ahead and either do a straight strength or a straight dexterity check. And either one should be decent for you. These.
How far do they have to be for the Blast of Genius?
I think it's 60 feet, right?
So
So the squares are all
I think
5.
120.
These squares are 10 feet each.
Okay.
Hey, I have a question for you. As I'm walking across, can I magical tinker the rope and put up a 5-foot radius of light?
Sure. I
Does
can
that help
do that.
anyone see? Well, I guess everyone can already see, so it doesn't really.
Yeah, it's not really gonna
matter,
do. It's
does
not
it?
really gonna help. Nope. Yeah, cool.
I can
So,
make it safe, fun.
Whoever's
smooth
going over next, roll a d20 and add either your strength modifier or your dexterity modifier.
All right. If no one else is going next, I guess Mountain will.
Okay.
And just for the collective knowledge, his ability after the rest would be his jump increasing.
You can only jump to the distance of your movement totality. So, but that
No,
is
I'm
for
saying,
oh
like,
for your ability.
His special ability
Ah,
from his class.
gotcha. Cool.
It's from his bestial soul, I believe it is. So if it comes to it, he
Okay.
has a hell of a jump.
Alrighty.
So he is going to dexterity.
So you make it across, no problem. Cool. And you just put yourself.
And if
I'll
everything
just put you
the
over here.
character crossed there, he would have like covered it up.
But yeah, you basically make it across too. Who's next?
I guess, can I use my rope to tie it around me like a,
In case you fall.
yeah, like a belt, and then have it like continually connected to the bridge?
Oh, so you're tying it around the rope on the bridge, not the base of where the bridge is tied to? Got it.
Both.
Yeah. So if you tie it to back here where the bridge is hooked into the mountain, you're only going to be able to go 50 feet. But if you tie it to the actual rope, I'll say that you'll basically have to take it off and retie it because there are things holding the bridge to the ropes. So if you want to do that and you want to take it off and reattach it, we can do that. It'll just be 2 dexterity or strength checks instead because you're effectively having to do the additional movement of untying and retying. You can do it, but then if you happen to fall, you would get an additional bonus. So
I'll do that.
okay, cool. So do one. I assume you're going to use dexterity because you're a rogue.
Yeah.
Do a straight dexterity check, and this will get you about halfway.
10.
That does not pass. Go ahead.
Oh no.
Go ahead. As you're starting to untie it, you slip. Make a dexterity saving throw. At advantage, because you are tied to the bridge. Okay, one more.
This is what I should have
25.
saved. Actually.
So you guys, Silas might be the only one who can actually see this. Maybe? Yeah, because of where you are. So you're basically. So you're right here. Yeah, so you guys don't see this. The 3 of you just see the rope bridge all of a sudden. The ropes were here start shaking wildly. Silas, you see Nilo going to untie the rope and they fall. He falls off the bridge. And he's swinging back and forth on the rope that he tied to himself. You're just dangling 50 feet in the air, Nilo, just like swinging back and forth like a pendulum. Silas, what do you do when you see this happen?
I mean, like, Nilo, are you okay?
Nilo,
nothing.
because you are
Wait,
tied.
I guess I have telepathy, so.
You do have telepathy,
Yeah,
but
he can
what's
read
your
me.
range on the telepathy?
60 feet. Is this?
He is outside of your range.
Ah,
you see
shit.
him, but you cannot talk to him.
Well, I will scream my heart out.
You see him fall, and as he's falling, it's like that scene from Spider-Man where he can't quite save Emma Watson, or not Emma Watson, the other one. She falls and just. He doesn't die, but he catches himself, snapping his back a little bit, and you can slowly climb back up. You're sore, but you make it back up to the bridge, Nilo. And we'll say that because you get back up, you can retie it back without a problem. So go ahead and make a second dexterity check to see if you can make it the rest of the way across the bridge.
Oh no.
You get here, and you guys see Nilo just miss his step. The boards beneath him actually break and fall straight down again, and boom! You 3 see him just fall through the bridge, not knowing that he's tied to the bridge.
This is not good.
Aram would kind of jump forwards, but then he's at the top of the cliff. He can't do anything. He's kind of like hand extended.
Okay.
Oh!
So you fall and you feel your back crack again. No damage, but it does not feel good. And you climb yourself back up, and as you climb up, your friends are there, arms extended, waiting to pull you across.
Mountain is basically kind of like head bowed, hand up type of thing, doing that prayer type of motion, like saying like, "May he find peace in the afterlife."
And then,
Oh, hey, Nilo, you're not dead.
Nope. But yeah, you're back up.
Jones.
You slowly make it across the bridge. Silas, you saw Nilo fall again, but actually you may not have
Okay.
this time. Where were you?
No, I didn't see it the second time.
No, but you saw the bridge starting to sway like crazy, so you can assume that he may have fallen again.
So, is the bridge still intact? Like, did it collapse? What
No,
happened here?
basically two planks up here where they are, just basically at the end of it shattered and fell through the bottom, so you could step over them if you make the check at the end, or if you make the check.
Okay.
So you can cast mending and
there's,
fix it. Yeah. So it's fixed. It's not broken
there's-
anymore.
No. Is it just cliffs as the far? Or as the eye can
It's
see?
sheer cliffs down hundreds of feet.
And this is the only bridge. Like, this is the only way I can get to the other side that I know.
Uh-huh. Or you can double back and take a really long walk and hope you can find your friends later.
I'm not doing that by myself.
If you have rope, you can do what you saw Nilo
I don't have rope, I think. Let's see.
Everyone's bag should come with rope, I believe.
do. Not every bag does, depending on what starting equipment he picks.
I do not have rope.
What was your bag?
I don't know, but it says I don't have rope, so I don't think I have
He doesn't
rope.
have rope. No.
Shit. Well, I mean, Do I just have
Just
to
do
go
what I
through
did
this
and run
too?
across.
I'm not gonna run. Okay. I'm just like very slowly and very
You're
nervously
gonna crawl
taking my
across.
first step and just.
Okay.
Oh, first off, before I do that, I'm just gonna get like alcohol from the cart and stuff and just shove it all in my backpack.
Okay.
Because I need this. I need all 6 days left.
Okay. Go ahead and take a big swig of booze and go and make a dexterity
Just
or a
go
strength check.
for it.
If that's what you want to do.
Yeah. I mean, no, I don't know. Does a dexterity check, does it count as an ability check, or is it ability checks just like the skills?
The ability check is just the skills. This is just a straight D20, add your +1.
Okay, then I'll slowly start walking, trying to. That's a save.
That's the save. You made it. With the strength and mental fortitude granted to you from your bolstering booze, you very carefully and very cautiously make your way across the bridge. As the wind picks up and sweeps you a couple times, you hold onto it and it sways real hard back and forth. But you make it.
Yes.
As you
See,
guys.
he only made it because he's so used to walking with everything swaying.
It's true. He's got that tipsy sway going for him. Yeah, that's fine. So, as you guys take a breather on the other side of the bridge, do you want your creatures to come with you, Nilo, from the back? And your elk, do you want them to come too?
Sure.
Alright, so you'll have to roll for those guys, which I think are probably still in your character sheet in D&D Beyond. And then you'll have to roll for the elk to see if it passes your strength or dexterity save.
I guess the badger will go first.
Okay. The giant elk has a +4 to strength or a +3 to dex, whichever one you want to use. Badger, okay. Badger makes it. Appears right over here. Alright. Panther. Your panther has a +2 to both, so. Your panther, as you see it running across, tumbles and falls off the bridge dead.
Can I summon it before it hits the
Just
ground?
like that.
You can desummon it before it hits the ground, yeah.
Yeah, I do that.
Your dire wolf has a +3 to strength and a +2 to dex. And we're gonna say because it's such a big creature, it's gonna be at disadvantage on this really not big bridge.
Oh, my elk!
It does make it, barely, but it makes it. Okay, for your elk, I'm assuming, do you want it to come too? It's also gonna be at disadvantage, and it's gonna be strength is +4, dex is +3.
Are you sure? Mine's just +3 for strength.
I'm just using. Are you using the regular elk or the giant elk stat block?
It's the one that's on my D&D Beyond. It's a large beast.
Oh, I was using.
Strength is 16.
I was using the giant elk stat block. So yeah, +3. It still fails. Either way, it would have failed. It goes to do it, and it sees the panther, and it just stumbles down the full. You see it disappear into
I
the distance.
don't know how to desummon it, especially under duress, and I can't see it, so
It just
dies.
falls, and you hear. It just fades into nothing.
Dead.
Okay, so all of you guys and your associated animals make it across the bridge. And as you make it, you end up on this next set of. You basically follow the mountain along, and you are on a switchback. So you're basically going back and forth and back and forth. It is very, very cold here, like colder than it has been as you're going. You seem to have to be going up and up this mountain a little further, higher than you've been so far. Go ahead and roll. Everybody roll survival checks for me, please. 4.
An 8. That's
Okay.
fine.
Okay. Okay, so the way that this is going to work, because this is a 4-day minimum switchback climbing up this mountain to where you need to go. It's a huge mountain. So the way that these checks are going to work is if you fail the check, you move at half speed for the day. If you pass the check, you move at full speed for the day. So this is minimum of 4-day travel to get through these mountainous switchbacks. So we'll just do it this way. So we'll say total, I'll roll a d8 and it'll be this many days total. So I do, so a six total day venture to get through these mountainous switchbacks and making it through. So right now you have the DC that you need to pass for survival for this is a 16. So only one of you have passed. So you're basically traveling at half speed for the day. So instead of getting 6 days worth of travel done, you got half a day's worth of travel. So we'll roll anything you want to do in these 6 days, you can do without a problem. You'll be setting up camp every night, eating rations every day, and doing checks. So Morthos, you would effectively get all the time that you need to study the thing you wanted to study. If you want to roll, we'll say you can roll 3 alchemical checks if you want to roll alchemical checks for those. So just roll those 3 times. Morthos, you get your hours. Anybody else that wants to do anything will effectively get them. These are gone.
Mountain will
What do I
work
roll for
on
alcohol?
Tinker's tools.
So what were the 2 questions? You're rolling to just use Tinker's tools to do what?
It's either Tinker's tools or the Woodcarver's tools. Just like fiddling with them to like learn them in the time, like their downtime.
So it's gonna take. It'll take you 20. We'll say 24 hours of study to get okay with them. And I would say, which tools do you want specifically of the 2?
Since there's not really much to tinker with, we'll go with the wood carving tools first.
Okay, so we'll say that you can get over these 6 days because of the roughness of the terrain. It's not an easy hike, and you're really tired every day. You can get 12 hours worth of study done of the time to get to where you need to be. So you have 12 hours left of the study to gain the ability to use woodcarver's tools. You don't have you'll have proficiency with some of them for depending on specifically what it is you're doing. Checks related to woodcarver's tools specifically you would get proficiency on, and you can just try and carve stuff later. So you do that. You've studied the things. You can roll 3 alchemical potion rolls to see what you get. And then so everybody so far, you basically have to travel at half speed because only one of your party members passed the check. Unless Mountain, you want to go ahead and wait for them to get to where you are. It's up to you. I assume not. I assume you guys want to be a party and do it that way.
My luck, they would end up getting lost, or I would end up being attacked by giants.
You can try to make the things, but you don't have the materials with which to do it. So you can make the blueprint because you know what they are now. So you can take your time and actually you can just make your blueprint on how to do it. And then when
I would like to do that.
Cool. So you have the blueprint. When you can buy the materials to make it, you can do that. So far you have 1 half day's worth of travel complete. So go ahead and roll your next set of survival checks. I don't know yet, to answer your question, on how much they will be. I will figure that out. And it's a group check, so if the majority of you pass, then you'll all pass. We'll do it that way.
Mountain's still going strong.
Was that a stealth check?
I don't. Yeah, that is.
Oh,
that's why he rolled it again.
You're welcome, guys.
All right. So you guys so far have 1 day's worth of travel complete. So every day, you'll go through and you'll do rations. So far you've used 2 days worth of rations because you traveled 1 day's worth of travel in 2 days. So keep track.
I haven't.
Well, you haven't, but in general. All right. So go ahead and roll your next set of checks.
Just curious, can I roll bring back a trick, see if I can get some stuff to help us move quicker?
There will be nothing that will be able to help you move faster.
Aaron.
I will tell you that. None of your animals will necessarily give you.
From yesterday.
Even if we rode.
I got sick.
There's not. So I mean, you'd have to roll. You'd have to roll 3 8s. You'd have to get all giant elk. Those are gonna be the only things big enough to let all of you ride on them. You can try that if you want to roll it every day. Feel free. But those are where you're gonna need 3 of those for your whole party to benefit from it.
Mountain can actually move just fine.
That's fine.
At the moment.
Yeah. So you guys, 2 of you passed instead of. Okay. So cool. So 2 of you passed. So you're still moving at half speed for the day. Generally. So go ahead and roll a 4th one. So you've done 3 days so far.
I'm gonna run out of alcohol soon.
Ah.
Okay. Today you feel it. Survival. Okay, so today, again, you're moving at half speed. Okay, so far you've moved 2 days and you've used 4 days worth of rations. All right, roll them again. I really thought you guys would all roll better than this.
I've been doing good for that first one.
2.5 days so far, 5 days worth of rations.
Could
I finally passed.
3 direwolves do something? They're large beasts.
We'll say for your next checks for the following day that everyone can get advantage on them. So everybody can roll these next set of survival checks at advantage.
Rolling. Yeah.
No, Mountain.
Okay.
Come on.
Three of you have to pass it to get the full day's worth, so you have 2 of you
Hey,
that
wait,
passed
wait.
it.
Can I flash of genius the other 3 of us?
Dude,
Will that be
how
enough?
many days are left? What?
So you can get +5, right?
Yeah.
You need to get up to a
Just
six.
let 'em
You
know.
need to get to a 16. So you could flash mountain, and you could get to a 16, which would get you to 3.5 days. Okay. So 3.5 days so far that you've done in 6 days worth of travel. So. Okay. It's a total of a 6-day journey. That's why I rolled that dice a little bit ago.
6 days?
Uh-huh.
That's okay. That's all of my alcohol.
You're in the mountains. In the
I'm-
winter. Okay, so
I've-
with a nat 20, anybody who fails it can roll again. So you're giving them advantage with your nat 20. So, then you can flash of genius if you want to, if you need to.
Flash arrow.
You pass. You guys pass this one.
Yay!
So with 2 nat 20s, we'll say 2 people on your next failure can get advantage. So you've gone 4.5 days now. You're picking up speed, guys. Look at you. All right, go ahead and roll your survival checks again. Passed. Okay. Okay. Who's? Okay, so Aram and Nilo can go ahead and roll again at advantage because you were the 2 lowest. So Aram got an 8
That's a stealth check.
or 15. Yeah, so that's weird.
Oh, that's a stealth. Sorry.
Survival's 9 and 13. So if you flash of genius him, that'll give
flash
you
arrow.
18. And yourself, you can get through this next day, which takes you to 5.5 days. So you guys have traveled so far 8 days, and you made 5.5 days worth of distance. You have half a day more travel to get to where you're trying to be, or where you can see like a break in the skyline. So the mountains are kind of giving way a little bit. You can't quite see over where you're going, but you can see sky instead of just tall mountain.
How long can I stay buzzed for without alcohol?
All right, so you pass. So you're there. You're where you need to be. So you have used. I will answer your question here in 1 second. You have used effectively 9 days worth of alcohol. How much more did you have on you?
6.
Okay. So
Could I give him some?
do you have booze on you?
Do you have?
Yeah.
Oh my God, Nilo.
Yeah, you can give him as much booze as you want. Or her.
Let's see, how much do I have? I have 3 bottles of elven wine.
Oh yeah, that's enough for a week. Well,
oh my
yeah.
God.
So yeah, you have enough. You have enough that you have. So you had 6 days. You guys traveled for effectively 9 days. So you had a week, 6 days. So you had 13 days. So you have, after what he gave you, you have 4 more days worth of alcohol left before you have to start rolling con saves. And if you fail con saves, then you have to roll on the madness tables. So.
Nilo, you are a lifesaver.
So you guys.
I only have 2 days of rations, but I don't think I've been tracking that really. Did we have...
Oh, I
You
haven't
can have
been
my 10.
tracking.
Yeah, how many days of rations do you have, Silas? Or not? Yeah, how many you have?
Me? I haven't been tracking rations. I've been just tracking alcohol.
Okay, so you can actually look in your rations. So I think everybody bought, the last time you were in a town, you bought 21 days worth of rations total each. So
Yeah.
you've effectively been out on the road now. 9, 3, 12. You've been out on the road. Last time you were in a town was about 14 days ago. So you all have 1 week of rations plus the 21 days of rations extra that Morthos bought. So you have 7 days worth of rations each, and Morthos you have 21, and you can give them out whenever people need them because you don't have to eat. So.
Not to mention all the other meats that we've gathered.
Yeah, so you guys have gathered a little bit of meat. So you're not going to go hungry for a while, but a lot of the stuff was on your wagon that you couldn't bring with you. So you only have so many days worth of stuff. So we'll say you have all of your rations and then a grand total of 2 days worth of meat each that you could carry with you. So you have 9 total days worth of rations plus 21 days worth of rations from Morthos. So 23 technically, because you can carry 2 meats. So you'll be okay for a little bit, I think. But you guys make your way, and you finally find where the switchback ends. And as you start to come up to a plateau in the mountains, you start to see as you come over the crevice, right where the sky seems to break in between the mountains, you actually appear in this weird little plateaued area where, as you get close, you see that the plateau, yes, roll on your table, Morthos, it ends in a sheer cliff wall on all sides. Just roll once. And go ahead and roll perception checks. 43.
So we basically went into lower than into a ravine, but it's a dead end ravine.
So you
Is that what
basically
I'm
you
saying?
basically climbed up, and the path that you were taking came to a plateau, and you walked into the plateau, and as you started walking into the plateau, you see that there are actually more cliffs further than what you were able to see because of the angle that you were coming up on. So as you're coming up to the split, you can start to see that there are more mountains, but you are now getting pretty highly elevated up into the mountains of where you need the direction that you're going. But yeah, as you come up to this plateau, you see this open kind of flattish area. It's still slightly elevated, maybe like a 5-degree elevation for this plateau, but you can also see that all the cliffs are sheer and they go up very, 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 very far. You also see over here with those really good perceptions that there are a pile of dead bodies over here.
Ah.
You throw in my perception.
Yeah, you guys notice it as a group, that you have multiple dead bodies up over there. You see that this was maybe a campsite. As you kind of look around, you see that there was the remnants of a fire that looks like it was burning maybe a day ago. There are bodies that are starting to freeze. There's still equipment on these bodies. They have full winter clothing. Anybody who does not have winter goggles now has winter goggles, and any winter gear that you may have broken or need to replace or want extras of, you can take with you. So you have some spare parts if you need to fix stuff. You see that these.
I'm taking a set of cold weather clothing.
Okay. You see that the bodies are fairly fresh. Like I said, within like the last day or so, the skin is starting to get pretty cold. The blood's not completely absorbed, but they look like they were. There's a combination of sheer blunt force trauma, where it looks like they probably tumbled down the cliff edge, and there is some slashes, like they may have been attacked or shot. There's no arrows or anything, but there is some cuts. You do see, looking on these bodies, that's between them all, alongside their cold weather gear, there is also enough gear to put together 5 sets of climbing gear. And you see that as you look up the direction where they seem to have fallen, there are actually some pythons stuck into the cliff face. Nilo, roll me an investigation check. 7? Okay. As you're looking at the pythons and you're looking down at the bodies and you're checking it over with Mountain for gear, you notice there are 2 other things as you like shake the gear off of the bodies. You see that there is, like I said, the different sets of gear, and then there is the guy seems to have a tattoo, or shall we say a brand, of a strange 8-sided star. It's almost like, so there should be 8 sides on the star, and the top and the bottom points are flattened out on the back of his left hand. And you also see that a scroll is jutting out from the inside of one of his jacket pockets with a seal on the top of it, and in the red ink seal is that same shape as the star that's on the back of his left hand.
Can I do a history check?
You can. Go ahead. Roll a history check. 5. So you don't necessarily know what the symbol is for. So you don't know what it's for, but yeah, it's on you. It's important
Would
in the
you
way
like
that it's branded.
me to
But you
roll
don't know.
well as well?
If you want to, you can.
How much does Mountain know?
The same.
Apparently the same.
Yeah. Since it's branded into this person and it's on the back of the seal, you imagine it's probably important, but you don't have any idea what the seal stands for. But you can take the scroll and read it if you want, or keep it, or whatever you want to do with it. Morthos, are you just hiding over here?
Yes.
Roll me a perception check against your not great self.
Against my not great self.
You rolled a 7.
I did roll a 7.
18. Cool. As you are, as you're looking at the scroll and getting this gear, are you guys replacing your cold weather gear that you need and putting on the climbing gear and stuff, or what's your plan? I'll tell you what you see here in a minute.
I mean, no.
Candace, besides helping climb, what does the climbing gear do?
Well, it helps you climb, and it gives you the ability to not die if you fall off a cliff, basically. So basically if you're climbing up the cliff, you can hook all of yourselves together, and so if somebody falls, you can, up to 2 people can try and catch the person from falling off the cliff and basically throw them back onto the climb. So you don't just instantly fall to your death.
Since they've had their rest, Mountain's new most recent thing will be his climbing ability is now equal to his walking speed.
Okay, but you can still fall off of this
Yeah.
mountain, so you'll still need your climbing gear. Yeah.
He'll still use the gear
That's
for
fine.
like helping.
Yep, because you can still fall off this thing to your death. So, yeah. So you guys are looking at the bodies. Do you have something else you want to do with the bodies, Nyla?
Can I take a set?
Huh? Oh yeah.
Can I take a set?
Yeah. Silas, what are you and Aram doing?
Okay, I mean, is there any reason why this doesn't have any snow on it?
No, it's just the map. It's just a big old rock face with some snow on it. Yeah, that's all.
Okay. Then, no, I'm just, like, exploring some more, checking the walls out and stuff.
We would like to make sure these bodies are not going to revive.
Ooh.
They do not seem like they are going to revive. There doesn't seem to be any type of celestial fiend or undead pinging from them.
Can we tell how long they've been dead for?
Yeah, based on
Possibly 24 hours?
It's been more than 24 hours, yeah.
Damn, okay.
But I think it says specifically you have to have killed them, right?
No, it just says any humanoid who's been killed.
Oh. Well, that's convenient. Cool. So, while you guys are doing what you're doing, Morthos, with your perception check, you start to hear coming down the mountain, coming down the other side of, so like this is where everyone's at, climbing down this side, which is a little less sheer of a face, but still really damn steep. Excuse me. You start to hear different voices. Do you speak Orcish by chance?
I do not.
So you hear just weird grumbling.
Can I see them?
You can see about 80 feet up in the air. I'm just going to put them on the map so you can see what you see. They're not quite to you yet. But they're like, we'll say they're 60 feet up in the air. You see this party of orcs, you think, and a bigger half ogre. They are climbing down the mountain. Yes.
Can I cast Shatter?
Oh no.
I mean, they're okay. What's the range on Shatter? Because they're 60 feet up the mountain right now, and you are.
It is 60 feet.
Okay, cool. So you'll have to just get to the base of the mountain, and you can look up and you can cast Shatter on them if you want. So basically, you have to move right here, and you can cast it. And what's the?
Do I have to be directly beneath them for that?
You could like step back here, but yeah, you'd have to.
I just don't want them to fall on me.
That's fine. What's the spatial on that spell? Is it just 10 feet?
It is the 10-foot cube. Or circle. 10-foot circle.
Okay.
Yeah, there you go. I didn't mean to cast that. I was trying to show it to you.
Oh, cool.
But
That's fine.
I'll cast it anyway. There you go.
That's cool. Let me. Okay. So you're just. So it's that. You're basically casting it right there.
Yeah. I'm not entirely just aiming at them though. Like I want the cause the stone has disadvantage on the saving throw.
So are you casting it directly on the stone or on them? Because if you want to put it directly on the stone, you can do that, and you could just do double damage to the stone, or you can do it on both, or you can do it on just the orcs.
I want to do it on both.
Okay, cool. So, they're all gonna have to roll what saves against that?
Yeah, it's a
Okay.
Constitution save.
All right. Well, let me pull up this encounter that I built.
Hey.
I'm gonna try to one-shot your encounter.
Yeah,
All of it by myself.
probably. That's fine.
I just imagine it being like raining orcs.
The party's over there investigating shit, and they hear an explosion. What's
Yeah.
Morthos
We
doing?
just suddenly hear a rumble.
Yeah, that's basically what you guys
Morthos
hear. You
fucking
guys are
looking up.
over there. Oh no, go next. There we go. So you guys are over here investigating bodies and stuff, and all of a sudden you're, because you can hear shatter, I think, for 300 feet.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, so you guys just hear this freaking huge ass just splitting of rock on the sheer mountain cliff opposite you. So let me go ahead and pull all these guys up and roll deck saves, or is it con saves?
Con saves, yeah.
All right.
Give me 1 second. I have to walk away from my computer. My dog is losing her mind. I think she's about to pee herself.
Okay. I gotta roll these saves anyway, so it's all of them except that. Okay, cool. Well,
Fail them all.
fail them all.
Oh. And these guys were originally climbing down, and it's suddenly just boom.
Mm-hmm.
Well, the rock under them also shall be taking damage if it fails the saving throw.
The rock will fail the saving throw. It's a rock. So
Fuck that rock.
I'm gonna put marks on the one that passed, because there was a couple that passed. Not many, but like 2 of them. This guy passed right here, and this guy passed right here. These 2 passed the saves. He doesn't need that one. He wasn't in. He was just outside. The half ogre was, but he is starting to slide down. I'm gonna do a deck save for him and see if he falls, because he's a big boy.
Does anyone
Falls
else
on
fall?
all of the ogres?
So all the ones who failed, you see. Well, he's gonna die. He's gonna die. And he's gonna die. Roll your damage.
I already did, unless you want me to re-roll it, because I wasn't trying to roll that damage.
It's up to you. Do you want to risk taking lower, or you want to take the 9?
I'd love to try to get higher than that.
Okay, go for it.
'Cause that 9 is pathetic for 3d8.
All right. Well, you are welcome to do that. The half ogre rolled a 19 on deck, so he does not fall off the mountain. Surprisingly, this guy.
Ah, a total of 12 this time.
Nice.
You guys just like snowboarding down the mountain.
This is cool. This guy made the save. This guy didn't, and that guy made it. So this guy takes. They're all gonna take 12. These 3 are all taking 12 damage right at the gate, and then they're gonna probably slide a little bit. No, he takes half
And then-
because he made the save, so he's only taking half. Oh no,
The-
he's
And then the stone beneath them crumbles and they all fall down.
yeah. Let me
Take 60 feet worth of falling damage. Fuck these dudes.
You're just trying to like wreck everything. Before,
I'm
right?
trying not to die because every time we have an encounter, ever since that fucking fish ate me, I almost die.
Cool. So he made his deck save, so he's not gonna fall off the mountain. This guy.
Ah.
Then the half ogre made it. This guy did not make the deck save, and this guy did not make the deck save. I'm just gonna roll 66. 23. So he's fine. Jesus, these guys are both almost dead. He just tumbles down to you. And this guy tumbles down to you too.
Guys, I found some orc things.
I see that.
I mean, I guess we're rolling initiative now because Morthos blasted the mountain.
I mean, I hope they weren't friendly.
Hey.
So real
20.
awkward later.
They may have been. You'll never know because you blasted them off the mountain right away.
That's fair. Can I flash of genius my fucking initiative?
I don't think you can.
That's lame.
What does it say? It tells you what you can flash of genius.
Look at the Discord chat real quick. You'll appreciate what I posted.
It says ability check or saving throw.
Then yeah, you can do that because it's an ability check.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, because you can add.
Lack of trades.
Yeah, because you can add your superior athlete with fighters, and that adds half proficiency to dex stuff to all ability checks that you don't already have it with, so it adds to initiative.
Well, I'm adding 5 to it, so I'm gonna go to a 14.1.
Cool. All right, so.
Apparently that's the thing I can do.
All right, Silas, you hear this giant crack and just bodies fall to the ground. And you turn around, you got Morthos with 2 orcs and just a bunch of corpses around him, a half ogre climbing down the mountain, and a other looking orc boy climbing down the mountain.
Oh. Wait, you know, can I try casting some black fire at the half orc's feet?
Black fire, like.
I just
Sacred
really
Flame.
want to make him. I just want to like make him trip, even if that like sacrifice the damage or something.
Oh, you want to try and make him trip over it?
Yeah.
Well, he rolled a natural
Oh,
20
burn it.
on his save, so what we can say is he won't take any
Cool.
damage, but he'll kind of stumble for a second, and basically we'll say that he doesn't fall prone or anything, but he does end up catching himself like 5 feet closer to you.
Okay.
Anything else?
Guess I'll just get like behind this rock.
Nilo.
Down to a knee, steady aim, and shoot.
All right, which one you shooting?
This one.
Okay, go for it. He dies.
He dies.
You put 30 friggin'. He's also this one mountain. These 2 guys are also 60 feet up in the air still on the mountain wall. Yeah, you drop this arrow right through the orc. Morthos.
Huh. Well, as it seemed to be a good idea the first time, we're gonna cast Shatter again.
Okay.
On top of these 2 up here.
Okay. I'm really not gonna get a fight out of these guys, am I?
Not if Morthos has me. Oh, that's a good Shatter too. That's a great Shatter.
Well, the smaller one, the war chief, rolled a 23, and the half ogre rolled a 17. So,
Oh, they both take half damage.
and they don't fall off the mountain.
But do they fall?
No.
What? The rock doesn't break underneath them?
I'll roll dex saves for them and see what they roll. How about that?
Let me kill them all.
Massacre.
I want to be known as the troll killer from now on.
They both. So the half ogre rolled a 16, and the war chief rolled a 6. So he's gonna fall some. So he'll get down here. Bam. He doesn't fall.
I'm gonna bonus action grow a tentacle.
Okay. Cool. Aram. You see it just raining orcs.
Oh wait, that thing is alive? Jesus.
Mhm.
I've hurt these people though.
Yeah, you really have.
Why are they alive?
And an explosion! I will dash. And that is everything except for I can bonus action still, right?
Yes.
Okay, I will Shield of Faith, Morthos. I'll run over and I'll say, Shield! And I will slap my my hand on his back and give him +2 armor.
Hey, thank you, boy.
Oh, I don't know why he came out of the turn order. He should have been in there. I don't know where he went, but he had a he was the same as the other orc, so I'll just put in 11.1 because that's where he was. All right, cool. Shield of Faith for you, +2. Okay. This half ogre. How smart is a half ogre? Oh, they're not.
I'm hoping not very.
They're -2. So here's what he's gonna
Hell
do.
yeah.
He is going to jump off the mountain, wielding his battle axe to land on top of you, Morthos.
I don't like that.
He's gonna
I don't like that at all.
He's gonna jump off this mountain and try to land on you with his axe. And
What reactions do I
Big
have?
boy.
I gotta have something.
so he's gonna try and slam on
Fuck.
you with a great axe attack. It won't be at advantage, even though he's jumping off the.
Imagine if you had Dimension Door and you could just step out of the
So
way
he
and
rolled.
fall
He rolled an
500
11,
feet.
right?
Yeah.
But
That doesn't
because
hit.
because he's jumping off the mountain to land on you, he's gonna take fall damage, and I need you to make a dexterity saving throw. If you fail, we're gonna say it's dex save of 15, because just get out the way of this big boy. And if you
So
fail,
imagine having a dimension door and having it open just right above you so they fall into it.
you're gonna take. That doesn't work like that. You'd have to grab him as they come down. But you're gonna take whatever his fall damage is, as well as him, because he's landing on you. It's that much.
Oof.
Okay, that's not that bad. for
He's
me.
almost dead though. He sacrificed the body to go for the win, and he is prone beside you though. Like this ogre is.
I'm about to fuck this ogre up. I want you to understand.
That's fine.
Yeah. Aaron would be just looking down at him
That's
and like,
fine.
surprised too.
Hey, Morthos, who's your new friend?
This
His name is Kevin.
this war chief is gonna move to you since he's super pissed. He's going to let out a battle cry as his his once a day ability to yell out a battle cry, and all of his creatures within 30 feet, which are both of them, only them, will get advantage on attack rolls until his next turn, and he also gets to do one attack as a bonus action.
Damn, that
All
could've
two of
been
them?
Bad.
So
If
he
they're still
21 to
alive.
hit for 19 damage
That-
against you, Morthos.
That misses
Really?
because I
Oh,
got 2
Morthos is-
AC extra, so I'm at 22.
Yeah, so he swings down on
Yes.
you, and this magical shield just kind of just deflects it. The axe gets real close to your face.
Thank you, Aram. I appreciate that too.
Yeah, so the orc eye
He
who's
was
there,
attacking me. I was about to take off damage.
he's super pissed. Man, you took away everything he could do.
Dude, if all of those creatures were
All right,
still alive,
he's gonna
and you
attack
had
you at advantage because with his spear, he's just gonna try and jab you in the gut. Because he had that battle cry. Oh my god. I can't break 21. That's another 21.
Ah, yes.
Man.
See, aren't you glad I randomly decided to hide in the trees over here?
you know what, dude? You're right.
Alright,
That was
that's his turn.
perfect.
Mountain, you're up.
Alright. Mountain is going to run on over, jumping onto the back of this prone beast. Pull out his great axe and let out a mighty war cry of his own as he rages and brings the axe down on this thing's neck.
Go for it. That'll hit. I don't even have to look to know that's gonna hit. Yeah.
10
Yep. It's still alive.
and 8.
It's dead. Man.
Stole my kill.
He
Alright.
hacks. He just takes the head off. First hack, second hack, takes the head.
Alright. Silas, you're up.
Okay. It's just these two left.
You guys complain that my encounters are too hard, and then you blast them off the mountain with one spell. So, like, I don't.
You
feel-
ate me. I want to hear it. You ate me twice with the same fish, and I had to fish me out of the mouth. I don't want to hear it.
You jumped in that lake. I didn't push you. Anyway, Silas, it's your turn.
I mean, yeah, I'll just cast some Sacred Flame on this guy, engulf him in some black flames.
Okay. Let's see what he got here. Oh my god. He dies. He failed. He rolled a 9. You see this black
Yeah,
pillar of like radiant necrotic damage just destroy him. Okay. Anything else?
Nah.
Nyla.
I mean, I guess I'll. Yeah, no. That's
I'll get
it.
down to a knee and steady aim.
Okay.
25 damage.
He is not dead though. He is alive.
Yeah, I get to kill him.
Do it again!
He can't. Morthos, it's your turn.
So I already have my tentacle out, so I'm gonna punch it in the face
Okay.
with my thunder gauntlets.
Okay.
Does a 12 doesn't hit?
No, it misses. That also misses.
Can I flash a gene?
No, yeah, I don't
Uh,
think you can.
I'm joking. I can't. I don't think so.
No, I don't think you
I'm
can.
gonna
with
bonus action. Give myself 7 temporary hit points.
Axe. Okay. Aram, I didn't think you were gonna get a turn again, but here you are. It's your turn.
Didn't either. Burn in hell.
I would like to step here and put my hands on his chest.
Okay.
At second level.
Second level.
Burning hands.
That was rude. There was no need for that.
Okay. Oh man. Deck save. He rolled a 16 total. So he takes what, 7 damage?
Points.
Okay.
He lives?
Is that
He's still fighting.
is that your turn?
Oh, that's surprising. Yeah, I can't do anything else.
Okay. This war chief is gonna go ahead and take, since he can't seem to hit Morthos with stuff, he's gonna take 2 attacks at Aram and then 1 at Morthos. A 24 to hit and an 11 to hit.
The 24 hits.
That's against Aram, so that's 8 points.
Oh.
And then against Morthos, it's a natural 20 plus 6. So you're gonna take.
So 26. That hits.
Yeah. So you're gonna take 22 plus 14 is 36 plus 4. You're taking 40 damage.
I'm alive. It's okay.
Maybe we should take you alive.
Wait. 40?
Yeah.
What the hell?
Yeah.
This guy's insane.
He's the war chief of all his men that just got blasted off a mountain. So,
He's
That
the war
guy's
chief of
insane,
nothing.
dude.
yeah, right. Mountain, it's your turn.
You're about to get squashed by the mountain.
Wait.
Just calmly, with seething rage,
Man, I messed that
struts
ability up.
over.
Oh well, it's over now. all of those could have been an advantage, but I forgot his own damn ability. Oh well, it's fine. That hits, he dies. No wait. He is alive.
25.
Oh?
He's alive.
Hey.
So that's 18.
He's alive.
Second one,
He is
23 with 9.
He is
Still alive?
He's alive, barely. He's alive. He's hanging on. Still, it's your turn. Man.
I'm gonna rush over to
Guy's
Morthos.
healthy as fuck.
And I'm just gonna give him a pat on the back. Just keep going, man. And I'm going to cure wounds. And then also going to use that healing ability I have to give an extra 5d6. So
you get 37 hit
HP.
points back. Okay.
And that was
Nyla.
my turn.
It's your turn.
I think you know what I'm doing.
Do it. Man.
Do it.
He's dead.
27.
He's very dead. He had 3 HP left. He's very dead.
What was his AC? I'm just curious. 'Cause I missed.
His AC was 16.
Damn. That guy.
I'm gonna turn and look at the party and be like, I found some guys.
Let it be known, that was supposed to be a hard encounter.
Let it be known that if that war chief would have got to use that ability while they
Dude,
were alive, we would have all
everyone had
fucking died.
Yeah, all of
plus
his,
him.
all of his, yeah,
That
all,
would have been insane.
yeah, that's a once a day ability that his whole fleet can attack at advantage, and I forgot that he can do it to himself, and so I didn't make all 3 of those attacks at advantage. I only made 3 regular
Dude,
attacks.
we could have just like. That could have
Might
been
well
another
investigate the
scenario
body.
where we died.
Well, you rolled a level 20. You rolled a nat 20 against me.
Yeah.
So I don't think that advantage mattered much for me.
No, for that one it didn't, but the other 2,
I'm going to also investigate.
okay.
Morthos, come here, cheeky bastard.
We
I'm
need
going to
to-
lay my hands on you for 21 points.
Jesus.
We need
For
to, like,
for your
get this guy
investigations, you
a
find
leader or
that
something.
they have a couple great axes. Let me see, what do they have? They have great axes and spears. So there is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There's 8 spears. Oh, 9 spears. And 1, 2, wow. So 9 spears and 6, 7, 8 great axes.
Are they just playing great axes?
Yeah, they're just regular great axes.
I don't use any of these things. Do I find any of the materials that I need?
No, you don't.
Stupid fucking orcs.
Honestly,
Come down my
dude.
mountain again.
Yeah, that was supposed to be a hard encounter, guys. But
So was you confused as to why I was hiding in the corner?
I didn't know why you were hiding there. I was like, okay. I figured you were gonna watch something from there, but you know, you rolled barely enough
wanted-
perception to see them. Like
I just wanted to
that
hide
was
in the
the
corner.
DC to find them.
Oh, an 18 was?
Yeah,
Mm.
they're a pretty stealthy hunting party, and you just happen to see them because they were gonna slide down the mountain and all be there.
They did slide down the mountain, just much faster than they intended.
Yes, right. Okay, so you have.
So I was, I was reading Thunderous Wave. I almost cast it by mistake because it's on self. It doesn't have a real range. But that's why I had that's why I chose the homunculus because it can cast the self spells.
Mhm.
So I could have put him on the mountain, and if they fail to save, they move 10 foot off the mountain.
Jesus.
That was the plan. It doesn't deal as much damage, but they fall.
Yeah.
They guarantee fall if they fail.
All right. So, you guys complete the combat against the the orc hunting party. And Nilo, now that you have a chance, do you want to look at that scroll?
Can I ask us, Aram, if you can quickly sense if it's good or evil?
Yeah.
Aram, can you?
I will say, since you used that ability earlier, Aram, and the scroll was on one of the things that you investigated, it doesn't, so you're not getting like a specific fiend or celestial or anything from it, but you're getting like just dark vibes, like not good vibes, basically, from the scroll. It doesn't feel like it's cursed or anything like that. It's just generally you feel like it's probably related to something that just gives off not good vibes.
Reminds me of Morthos's belly.
I'm going to hold the scroll in my hand and say, "Do you want to help me kill Scroll?"
I will definitely help you purge the evil if that brings something to us.
What happened?
I'm gonna step over here and say, "Morthos, can you come here?"
Oh, are you running away? Why are you running away, Morthos? So are you opening the scroll, or is Morthos just running away from it?
Can I attempt to perception to see if I can see him?
Yeah, you can do that. Roll a perception check. Flash of 19, 8. Yeah, he sees you, Morthos. You don't hide that well.
Morthos.
I mean, he's got this.
I'm gonna open the. Morthos, you okay with this?
What is the scroll?
He doesn't know. He hasn't opened it yet.
Oh, Morthos has the scroll.
No, I have it. I'm about to
Oh, you
open
have
it
the scroll?
in front of Morthos.
Yeah. All right. So you open the scroll.
Do you guys think I should?
Do it.
I mean, yeah.
Let's
why
try
not?
it.
I open it.
Okay. So
Fireball.
you open the scroll, and inside you see 2 things. One of them seems to be printed on the entirety of the scroll itself, and the other one is a letter. The letter has a lot of the ink smeared. It looks like it was written hastily, and so it almost looks like a person who's left-handed wrote it, because it's like smeared from the left to the right, but you can make out about the bottom half of the letter, and it's in common. It says, "Once you help them escape, you can finally have repaid your debt, and you'll be able to come back and marry me. I cannot wait for the day that I no longer have to sleep alone in these lonely, cold streets. Be careful, my love."
Oh no.
Or sheets, not streets. "Be careful, my love. Forever yours, Charity." And as you pull the letter away, you see that there is a map included in this scroll. And I will put it in your journal for you. So you should now see the map of, this is the symbol I was describing to you. You look at it and you realize that this is a map of Revel's End, the prison that you're headed towards. And this person who has the scroll was at some point maybe a prisoner if they have that brand on them. And it looks like they were going back to try and get somebody else out, but you have no idea who. And they were either caught or intercepted somehow by somebody. And this party, which was effectively a rescue party, was just brutally murdered and kicked down this cliff. So.
I don't know what you were looking at. There's no.
It's just it's only in Nilo's right now because he's the only one that's looking at it.
Oh.
Yeah.
I'll show it to the party. I'll say, guys, I think I found something pretty fun for us to do.
All members. There you go. Now you should see it. So you should all have a map. So mechanically, you've told them what you're doing and why you're going to get George, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So mechanically, how this is going to work, this is the map of the prison that you guys are going to. I want no information. I don't want any idea of how you plan this prison break. I don't want to know. I want you to plan it and then just do it. And I will DM on the fly what goes down there because I want to be surprised. I want to react how the prison would react. I don't want to have any preconceived notions. So plan this before the next session because we're going to do it next session, maybe, or two. We'll figure that out as we go, but plan it and don't tell me at all. Nothing. I don't want to know.
That sounds awesome.
But you have the complete. This is the complete map of the prison. Whatever you need from that. If there's something specific you want on the map, just shoot me a message, and if I can tell you what it is, I will. But we'll do that later. So yeah, that's the map to the prison.
Can,
I'm going to
throw a
be
beat jack.
charging the spells.
What's that? Harness Divine Power. Okay, cool. Yep.
I can do it twice now. So can I take two level 2 spells back?
Yeah. You can do it 3 times per long rest.
No, I can only do it 2.
Really? It says 3 for some reason at the bottom of it.
It doesn't.
Oh no, wait, because you used your divine thing already once. I gotcha. Cool. All right, so you do that. You kind of gather Nilo that if they fell down the cliff, they had to have been up the cliff, and that's probably the way you need to go to get to Revel's End.
On this map, what do all the R's mean? Is that like people?
I think that's just like.
Oh, that's just room number. That's how it
Yeah.
is. So, because if I give you the
Okay.
actual, this is technically the DM map and how it associates things in the book, and each square in here is 10 feet, not 5. So if I give you the player map, there's no R's at all. It's just a blank slate, and this will make it easier if you have questions to like refer to something very specific, and I can give you information or not regarding what it is. You have a reference point.
Okay.
So I just didn't feel it was fair to leave those off and basically give you like a drawing of nothing. So.
Appreciate that.
Yep, it'll make it easier for you and, more fun. So yeah. So what do you guys want to do? You have this map now of the prison. You have some correspondence from some person named Charity. Well,
Could I use my
Charity
message
is a
to-
nice name. She must be very, very helpful.
what was your question? All right, what's everybody want to do?
Does it look like the pittons go all the way to the top?
As far as you can see, yeah.
Mountain will look back to the rest of the group. Alright, I'll climb up first and make sure all the pittons are secure. You guys come up after.
Oh, you're gonna solo climb up right now? Okay. Okay, so you will need to make 5 checks. And they can be acrobatics
actually,
or athletics. No, you
he
won't.
has the ability to just climb up any surface.
What's the specifics of it, of your capabilities say?
Let's see.
Because you are not a monk. Monks, yes, can absolutely 100% do that. Walk straight up a sheer surface as long as they
Gain a
don't.
climbing speed equal to your walking speed, and you can climb difficult surfaces, including upside down, on ceilings without needing to make an ability check.
Let's see, because this is... Is it on there? Am I blind? Here it is. So let's see. Gain swimming speed, climbing speed equal to your walking speed. Climb difficult surfaces, including upside down on ceilings, without upside down on ceilings. So, because this is a sheer face, I'll let you make the checks at advantage because you still have to move. It's not upside down. You basically like digging your claws in to go, and it's technically outside of the parameters of it, but either way, all of your friends are making the checks too. So if you want to get up to the top, you can make all your athletics or acrobatics at advantage, and you need to make 5 of them. And we'll say that if you happen to fail, that you specifically, because of this, will not fall off the cliff. That way, it takes into the fact that you can climb difficult things. You just won't fall off. You'll just not advance. You'll just like have more of a trouble getting up there, but you're not going to fall to your death.
And he's going to make sure he stops at each pin to make sure they are tightly secure in the rock face.
Cool. Go ahead and make me then at advantage since you're just going up solo. 5 athletics or acrobatics checks. Passes.
1.
Passes.
2.
Passes.
3.
Passes.
4.
Jesus. Yeah, you pass.
5.
You get 1,000 feet up. You climb a 1,000-foot sheer cliff in mere minutes. All of the pittons and pythons are very secure. So, mountain, I'm just gonna GM layer you away because you're effectively gone. You're up the mountain now. Mountain is up the mountain.
All clear, come on up.
I'm not confident I could do that like the cat.
Okay.
Maybe with my my upper body strength, I can just hoist myself up and not even climb.
Well, you guys all have climbing gear.
Do you want to go next? To look over at Morthos, Nilo, and Silas.
Great.
What's the order
I'm
that you
not
guys
going
want to
off
climb
bed.
up? Because since they've already climbed up, so the way that it goes now is if you climb up in a line, basically behind each other, if any of you fall, you can use your reaction to try and save the person from falling.
I want to go on the bottom because I'm the strongest next to mountain, I think.
Sorry, I was
Should we
outside.
go
What's
there?
So
what's going on? I
Mount-
was walking my
mountain-
doggy.
Mountain very quickly.
Mountain has already made it to the top.
Yeah, Mountain climbed a 1,000-foot cliff pretty quickly. And the rest of you are deciding in which order to follow suit to climb up this mountain.
Oh, we just gotta climb.
You got to use your climber's foot to
That's it?
climb 1,000 feet up this mountain. Yeah.
1,000 foot.
You're doing 5 athletics or acrobatics checks.
Yeah, he's not called mountain for nothing.
I refuse.
Okay.
I'm casting spider climb,
Okay.
and I am just going to slap my hand on the wall and
Okay.
climb away.
Morthos goes.
Oh, I will wait with them. I will wait with them in case they need someone
Okay.
for help.
Oh, so you're basically gonna
I am not,
you're gonna walk with them basically up the side. You're gonna walk
Yeah.
and okay.
but I'm gonna walk straight up at like normal walk. I'm not attached to anything unless they need me to be.
Why do I even write hard encounters? Okay, go. That's fine. It's fine.
What's really funny is I actually prepared the spell during the last rest because
Yeah.
I thought we were gonna go into a cave and I wanted to fight on the ceiling.
That's fair. That's fine.
Like I wanted to hide above a doorway with my tentacle ready and I wanted to choke someone.
Yeah,
But
that's
no, we found a mountain instead.
That's fun. All right, cool. So you're spider climbing up there. Nilo, you don't get anything immediately in response to what you did. Not yet. Anyway.
I guess can I start rolling?
Yep. What order do you guys want to go up this mountain? Because we'll do it in that order.
Let me go last.
Okay, you're last. Nilo, do you want to be first or second with Silas?
I guess I'll go first if that's alright.
Okay, cool.
Hey Alex.
Hmm.
I have to go pick up Devin.
Okay.
Is there any way I'll still be in the call? I just won't be able to roll anything.
That's fine. We're actually close to being done, so you actually won't need a whole lot of rolling left to go. So, because you
Okay,
guys
cool. So
ended
if-
all of my encounters in like 1/10 of the time I expected, so it's fine.
Hey, I take all of the credit.
I'm not mad about it. I'm just like, cool. That means I get to go to bed a little bit earlier. That's fine.
At least I didn't do to you what I did to Adrian. He planned out an entire 1v1 game with me that I ended in, 4 minutes?
Pretty much.
That's fair. I know. One of Katie's encounters. I banished her enemy because I was like, no, banished by, and sent it back to his dimension, and we were done in one turn.
His was kind of the same, but instead of banishing the enemy, I banished myself.
Oh, that'll do it too. That's
I said no. I was not in the realm I wanted to be.
That's fair. All right, so cool. I will. You're spider climbing, walking up there with them. If there's any rolls, I will roll them for you. You just tell me what you need. So cool.
Yep.
All right, so
Roll anything needed.
cool. So, all right, so Nyla. So the way this will work mechanically too is a natural 20. You'll be able to obviously succeed on the check, and you'll be able to give the help action to somebody else behind you that may fail, if they fail, for that round of rolls. If you roll a natural 1, you automatically fail, obviously. You can fall, you can take damage, you can die if you roll bad enough. It is a real climb. As easy as these two made it look, it is a real, actual treacherous climb.
We could die
It's a 1,000-foot cliff. Yes.
Like I said,
after
Mountain isn't-
fighting an army of orcs.
so he's not called Mountain for nothing.
All right, so Nilo, go ahead and make your first acrobatics or athletics check, whatever you prefer. So you're on the ground. You start trying to climb the first 200 feet, and you just slip and you're gonna fall right on your face. Since you're on the ground, you're not gonna take fall damage because you can't fall anywhere. So basically, you still have 5 checks to
God.
pass. So, Silas, you're up.
Man,
Okay, my turn.
Athletics or acrobatics.
Okay, then I can also add a D4 to this.
You'll fail. You failed.
Oh, sick.
The DC is 15, I will tell you that. You also fall on your face. You immediately just follow Nilo. Nilo falls back on top of you. Aram, you can either hold your turn and still go last, or you can try and go now if you want to.
Yeah, I want to wait until they get the first section, then I'll want to go up behind them to try to catch them when they fall.
Okay.
Alex,
It's not
I have a
looking
quick
good
question.
for us.
Yeah. What's your question?
How much weight am I able to carry?
It's gonna be, there's an actual number for it. I'd have to turn encumbrance on, but it's normally like your strength plus something. You would not be able to carry somebody else up the thing, if that's your question.
If I enlarge or reduce someone, I'd be able to carry them then?
If you enlarged, you could. So basically, here's what we could do. You're with them, so you can use Flash of Genius if they need it.
Concentration.
Yeah, they are. That one's concentration. Spider climb also is, so you would also lose that. Let that be known. But yeah, so if you want to do that, you could. You would then also have to make the checks. So my assumption is he's not going to want to do that. So, but he's there to Flash of Genius if need be, or to assist with reactions. But yeah, you're Spider climb's concentration, so you can't.
Oh shit, you're right.
Yeah.
Alright, I will just Flash of Genius when needed.
Okay. All right. So I guess
I only have 3 left
Okay.
for this period.
All right, Nilo, go ahead and roll acrobatics or athletics. 14. So, so you fail, but it's not. So you start to climb, and you get about 180 feet, and you start to slip back down, and you catch yourself. You don't go anywhere, and you're just barely under the first checkpoint, where you cannot fall below that checkpoint. So, on your next acrobatics check, depending on how well you roll, you can get up to the second one, or just make it to the first one safely. Silas.
Okay.
21.
Woo!
So we'll say that you get right up, you climb up with Nilo, and you basically give Nilo a hand to get up there. And so you're both safely at the first checkpoint, and Aram, if you fail, you can get advantage because Silas got a natural 20, and they're directly above you. So.
Can I wait to have Silas give advantage to Nilo going up, and then I'll just climb up the first checkpoint without advantage?
I mean, you can. So,
oh my goodness gracious!
So, Nilo, you can go ahead and make this next check then at advantage.
I'm a natural.
Now or later?
Right now.
Should I climb or?
I would say yeah, you climb up too. So you'll basically stay behind them, but roll your athletics or acrobatics, Aram.
Okay.
Yeah,
as soon as we get up there, I'm gonna actually pause them and be like, just in case you fall, there's some extra hit points for you.
Whoo.
So max
Thank you very
max go
much.
up by 5. Cool. So you guys are all at checkpoint number 1. So you theoretically cannot fall down past checkpoint 1 now because you've secured your pythons and your ropes into the actual holding thing that's there. So you guys are all there. So Nilo, go ahead and roll your acrobatics at advantage.
I did.
Oh, you did? Cool. Yeah, 18. You get up there. You scramble up, and you are at the second checkpoint now. Nice and secure. Silas.
Okay. Ah.
Okay.
D4 isn't worth it, right?
I mean, you have that and Morthos' Flash of Genius.
Oh.
If he wants to use it. It's up to you.
I will use. What do you roll?
He total of 11. He needs 15.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I'll flash of genius.
Cool. So Nilo and Silas, you are now. Morthos says he's just walking. He's like, oh, put your foot there, and you're like, oh yeah, you catch it. And Aram, go ahead and roll your check.
I only have 2 of those left, guys.
Are they both at level 2?
They are both at level 2 now. You also failed, but as you're climbing up, you get to about 20 feet below them, and you start to slide, and you catch yourself. You just don't fall off the wall. You just don't make any more progress. So we'll keep you there. So they're at checkpoint 2. So the other 2. So Nilo, go ahead for checkpoint 3 now. You make it up to checkpoint 3. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Silas. Another
I'm gonna use my last D4.
1. So 10. So you have 10 right
use
now.
flash.
Flash of genius.
Okay, 15. You just managed to scrape yourself up there.
Question for you: how long is this taking? In game.
Less than an hour.
Okay, cool. I'm glad you knew what I was asking.
Aram. Well, because the
And
thing
I only
is,
have
well,
one
here's the thing.
flash left.
Even if it takes more than an hour, you know your spell and you know you can get up there, so it doesn't end.
Fair.
So even if they're
Mountain's
still
just at the
climbing,
top.
you can make it.
So, Mountain at the top, just drinking some tea. He got it out of nowhere. Who knows where he got it from? Just sat there, just sipping tea in one of those
Aram.
like
Okay.
nice
So
Japanese
you get-
teacups.
you get yourself easily onto checkpoint 2 and real close to the tip of checkpoint 3. So you're still a little bit behind them just because you slipped and almost fell. So Nilo.
Do I get to roll now?
Yep. Nilo, go ahead and roll your check.
Oh, sorry.
We'll keep that one. You'll make it on your next one. So Nilo's check. So you're all on point 3. Nilo, you make it up to point 4, easy. Cool. Silas also makes up to point 4, and so you all are now on checkpoint 4. So you
Aram,
guys look
good.
up. You guys
Lose
look
my
up.
17 for
Yeah,
to get
yeah.
up to
I
4?
just
Okay.
kicked it down onto 4. Yeah. So you guys all look up and you see Mountain kind of looking over the edge, sipping on some tea. You see Breeze coming through, and it doesn't look like he has to climb very far, if anywhere, anymore. It's very plateaued. You see the clouds getting closer to you now. You're 800 feet in the air right now.
I'll tell you that when I've been rock climbing, after 30 feet, I'm get queasy and don't want to go any higher.
Yeah, you're 800 feet
So
up a sheer
Aaron's
cliff.
braver than I.
Wait, do you like actual rock climb?
Yes.
Nice.
All right, go ahead and roll your checks. So Nilo, go first. What we got here? 15. Barely makes it with all of your acrobatic skill. You clamber your way up,
I
and
don't
you
have
make it to
any
the top.
more D4s.
All right, so you go to make it. You go to follow him, and you just miss the top, and you slide back down a little bit. So you don't fall off the wall, but you
Okay.
don't make it up. All right, Aram, roll. See what you get. 18. Aram, you actually climb past Silas, and you make it
It's
up,
okay.
and you clamber in
You got
up with
this.
Nilo, and we'll put you here.
Ugh.
Silas, go ahead and roll again. You are now basically have a V shape of rope holding you. So we'll just say you can do it with advantage.
Ah!
Do it with
Advantage?
Yep.
Okay. Come on. I barely. Yes!
You pull yourself up, and both you and Morthos make your way up to the top of the mountain. So as you guys make your way and you sit up at the top of this mountain, you sit down and you rest. And just as you get to this, you hear a loud war horn ring out. You feel a rumbling around you. And then all of a sudden, all the sound just dissipates from the crevice that you just climbed out of. And then the rumbling starts again. And you look. And down from about 30 feet either side of you, you see the ground start to shake a little bit, and then the snow starts to fall. and you see, looking across the way, an avalanche has come. And an avalanche effectively comes down
fuck.
this side of the mountain all the way to about right here. Had you guys not passed those checks in the way that you did them, you would have been caught in said avalanche.
On the mountain?
On the mountain.
Was that from my shatters?
Yeah. That, and there's a loud
Yeah, I figured.
there's a loud war horn that you just heard too as you guys approach the top. Go ahead and
Halo.
everybody make perception checks. And I'll roll one for you, Morthos.
Thank you, thank you. And tell me what I roll, please.
You rolled a 1. A natural 1.
Nat one.
Great.
It's alright, because Nyla rolled a nat 20. So,
Okay, good. At least Nyla
Wait,
made
wait,
up for it. Natural 1. You're not allowed to roll my stuff anymore. Let Adrian do it.
I just did what you asked, man. Can't be mad at the sheet.
Bear with me 1 minute here.
What is your perception total? What is your actual thing? Because I can tell you whether or not you can actually make it. Let's see. Perception. You might. You got me to roll it for you?
Me?
No, Mountain.
Okay.
Natural 20, we'll see it anyway, so I'll just do it that way. So, Nilo, as you guys are all recuperating and kind of resting for a second and catching your breath, you see approaching from seemingly all directions are a dozen humanoid-like figures.
Nat 20.
They all, Nilo, all these humanoids seem to be wearing polar bear furs stained in the blood of who knows what. They all seem to be carrying great axes, javelins, and a few great swords. They don't seem to be like magical warriors. They seem to be those of more of a hardier barbaric stock. As you train your eyes on the group longer and you let it linger, you notice with them they have a larger than normal grayer furred polar bear. Looks like it's getting up there in years. And an older, maybe battle scarred, maybe polar bear scarred, you don't really know, looking female standing at the rear guard.
Cassidy.
At further notice, you realize she's the only woman in this group of what you realize is now human men. You see that the entire group, save for the woman, seem to have their weapons at the ready, but they seem to be holding, waiting for an order. And they're all staring, training their eyes on all of you, and the woman seems to be taking stock of your group from behind them. What do you guys do?
I'd like to, how far are they away from us?
They're basically encompassing you in like a semicircle about 25, 30 feet out.
Okay, so they're within 60 feet. I would like to divine sense and see if there's undead at their beckoning or if the humans are actually.
You get nothing in response to your divine sense.
This is a group of barbarians, right?
You think so?
Outnumbered.
And I make a history to see if I might recognize them.
You can go ahead and make a history check if you want to, yeah.
That's
22.
a nat 20.
So, let me find what I'm looking for here, because I wrote it down.
I just figured him being a barbarian from the mountain area, he might know them.
You, even with your natural 20, specifically don't have these memories. You don't know. You only seem to recall members of your tavern folk in the taverns that you frequent before you met your group. And wandering around, but you don't know who these people are. At least not that you can recall.
I'm gonna speak to them because just staring at them and doing weird things isn't gonna get their friendliness.
Okay.
So I'm gonna ask them what they If they're friendly or not, actually, yeah.
Mountain will give, look towards their leader and give a respectful bow.
So all of them looking at you um, when you ask if they're friendly or not, or say hello. You see that the woman steps out from the back. All of the men seemingly still having their weapons at the ready. This woman's about 5'7", very muscular. She's equipped with a great axe and then a longbow on her back as well. And she's wearing, from all of your perceptions, she's wearing armor seems to be made of a different sorts. While the men all seem to be wearing polar bear hides, her armor seems to be thicker than theirs. And you know from fighting and killing one of them that this armor is made from a troll's hide. And she steps past the polar bear, and the polar bear looks at her, and she kind of lowers her hand a little bit, and the polar bear seems to get more relatively at ease than what it was before. You feel like this person may have, in some way, some connection to this bear, and is able to kind of command it wordlessly to do whatever it is that she so chooses. She steps forward and says, "We're hunting ice trolls. Why are you here?" To you, Morthos, since you're the one who spoke to them.
We are travelers looking for animals to hunt and eat. We just found some orcs and a big ugly thing. They're dead under the avalanche over there.
She nods and says, "Did you climb up the wall?"
Yes, we did.
And you hear all 11 of the men in unison let out a deep, hearty chuckle. And then she kind of smirks and says, "You know, you could have just kept walking about 2 miles that way and it would have just brought you up, right? You didn't have to climb it."
Free climbing was more fun.
It was quite easy, just to be honest.
She looks over at the other 3 in your party and is just like,
Well, maybe not for them.
So
she
just sweating and breathing.
This whole time that you've been talking and she's been stepping forward, you notice that she has not broken eye contact with Mountain. She's just been staring at you. While speaking with you, Morthos, she doesn't seem to be acknowledging you from an eye connection kind of perspective. She continues to walk towards the group.
I feel disrespected.
She doesn't seem to care.
I would like to release my concentration on maintaining my appearance.
Okay. And she doesn't seem to react to it.
Jesus Christ, what do I have to do to impress this lady?
Nor do the other 11 members of the guard. After they had that chuckle, they have their weapons back out the ready, and they seem waiting. Step by step.
Can I can I insight them to see it? Because I suspect that maybe all the people are mind controlled or something. They seem to be very.
Yeah, you can do that.
I don't know. Something's off.
You can do that.
Motlin would like to insight the chieftain here.
Okay, go for it. Okay, you, Aram, you don't get you can't quite tell. They seem like they are very much going to obey whatever it is that this woman says. Mountain, you don't quite know why she's staring at you, but you notice that her expression, her eyes, they're not hard eyes. They're slightly softer in a way you may not have expected. She continues to step slowly, continue to walk past the polar bear. Every step, it just crunches deeper into the snow. As she walks a couple of feet past the polar bear, you see her left hand drop, and she kind of makes a motion, and the polar bear gets up and starts trailing her within a couple of feet behind her. She walks directly up to you, Mountain. Like, she's 5'7" and you're 6 foot, 7 foot, however tall you are.
I'm gonna
She,
take a look real quick for you.
Yep.
Because Mountain is a big boy. He is 6'10".
So this 5'7" woman who walks directly up to you, she seems to have the presence of a person 5 times her size. Her presence is just intimidating. Not to the point where you're scared, but to the point where you know,
Like, he's got some respect for her.
You know that everyone around her respects her. She's a very battle-hardened, very strong, very.
Yeah.
You know, she has that
Yeah,
warrior,
Mountain
warrior
has
aura
some
that
strong respect for her
that you just.
as well because of her presence.
As she walks up to you, she lifts up her hand to your face, turns her knuckles against your cheek, rolls them down your cheek, and softly says, "Mountain, is that really you?" And that's where we're going to end the session.
Oh?
Well.
Oh.